Good morning once again, everyone. It seems like it's been a few days now, because it has. It has. It's day 4 of our coverage here at NDA Team Dart 2024. William Stewart, Nick DeShera here. Nick, what a thriller last night was.
Yeah, I mean, we saw some incredible darts late into the night, but not too late into the night. Actually, things went pretty fast. Everyone around here was like, wow. We're kind of going at a good pace with all the darting action. We saw the International Challenge, of course, at the start of the day, and some big wins on the singles side of darts there with Leonard Gates coming out on top.
Well, we have level 1A and level 1B in our streaming area today. We're going to be starting off with round 3 of action. Cover pretty much three team legs here, but it does look like we're finishing up with our second round here of level 1A between, is it the Dart Shop and who?
This one for level 1A, it should be Cobra Kai and Hammer Time playing right now. So that's going to be Hammer Time consisting of Kevin Winters, Matt Smith, Sean Navate, there we go, and Tom Rube. And then on the other side, Hammer Time, Calvin Edwards, Cody Heiselman, Frankie Burgard, and Justin Green playing on our Phoenix board over here for this one. And again, this is going to be that round robin style that you guys are going to be seeing. It's going to be that 5-game format. Play every single leg. And then once you get to the end of your round robin pod, you can say, all right, hey, we got the big win. We're happy about it. Or, you know what, we still got to fight a little bit more and move on to day 2 for the team cricket event.
Well, here we go. We'll go ahead and flash that board up now. Looked like we had a little weird one there. I'll tell you about it later. That was interesting,
Fair enough,
to say the least. But yeah, I'm ready for this one. It should be an exciting day, but we'll kind of dabble in this one and give you the at least end results of this match and then move forward into, I think we're going to go to F3 to start our coverage, as that is a West Virginia matchup versus a sharpshooters, which is, I believe, go ahead and check I think that's Mississippi.
Yep,
is that right?
Mississippi there.
Okay.
Yep, that is correct.
Took me a minute to think
You're
about
okay.
that one.
I was trying to figure it out, too. I was like, yeah, I think that's right. Let me make sure.
Yep.
So excited as always as we're watching the conclusion of this game. And again, level 1, here's the thing for level 1. It's based off combined team averages. You are automatically level 1 if you have 1 Masters player. Masters players are defined by having a 4-2 or higher, if I'm not mistaken, for average there. So if you have 1 player at that average or higher, you will automatically be level 1. But, of course, it's based off total combined average for team. So you're going to see range of players. You're going to see some players in the 2s and 3s. You're going to see some players that can really rise to the occasion under tournament pressure as well.
Just a reminder, there is that Masters level above this, so this is just the step below that one. So we're going to see some new names to the stream. We're going to see some new faces, which is always nice to do.
And it's nice to change it up a little bit because with this being a team format like this, you're going to see that range, like you just said. And we saw a lot of the Elite Masters players last night covering those events. So it's nice to kind of show the love and see some different faces that we don't normally get to see on the live stream sometimes.
Yeah, and I kind of got sporadic there and had to fix something. So, but yeah, last night, I mean, some great 0-1 battles. We saw some really nice finishes, some legs that were finished in 12 darts or less. I mean, what else can you ask for there?
Yeah, Michael Musfeld hitting some beautiful outs, hitting 170 on our live stream as well.
We saw we've seen 2 of those already this
for
week.
the week, yeah. With the other one being from Kenny Doyle, right?
No,
that was 167.
Mirko,
thank you.
Yep.
Sorry, I was getting the 167 in there. There's been a lot of big outs here. We've been kind of spoiled a little bit with some good content.
Well, when you got quality players involved, you're going to get big outs and big opportunities and those big highlight reels as well. So it should be nice. We got a lot of B&B folks joining us, as I believe that's the West Virginia team we're going to be seeing, some of those B&B boys for bounty hunters.
Love it.
So be prepared. They'll be coming up here shortly on F3. I know you guys are raring and ready for that one. B&B a big grand board stream here in the U.S.
Yeah, of course, We want to shout out last night, too. The Masters side of the bracket was won by Porky, Steve Hilger, a good friend of ours. I got to catch that on the live stream against Nick West.
Yeah, that was a good into our Masters event.
Two teams we are watching here. One is from California. That would be the Hammer Time team. And then the other one, Cobra Kai, is going to be from the North Dakota. So no Dax in there. It's good to see the range of different locales that we're going to be seeing. All these players from local regions. And NDA kind of helps bring people that don't normally leave the local events sometimes and maybe stay in the same region. Kind of travel to some national level events, and it's nice because you notice that there's some sleepers in just about every town and every state with dart throwers. It's a lot of congrats Porkies in chat there. Here we go, looking back at this one here. Having 160 points on the board, only a 17-point lead there, but has the 20s. I expect in this scenario, because, again, you're playing with that every leg matters mentality, he's going right at the close here and finds it. And you expect to find some good rounds like that, but risky shot order, big payoff. He's able to get the 18s close and find some points on the 20. Frankie going to have to get a new house to play with, and they're running out of real estate to find.
Nick with his infamous yawn for the first time this week. That was
actually,
crazy.
I just been turning around every single time. I was actually doing pretty good on it. Yeah, I mean, we'll be honest. We got more than 4 hours of sleep for once. Not by much, but we did get more.
No, I felt like I feel like a whole new man.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
feel like reborn right now.
Yeah, now we're ready to go to the karaoke bar after.
Oh, we're hitting Fremont. What are you talking about?
Oh, brother.
Actually, Will's got some cash in his pocket, burning a hole right now. And no, I really don't.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I've heard about the run so far. I don't
I'm
know
down
if that's
big,
true.
but we're gonna keep going, folks. We're gonna just keep her going. And if you're listening, just don't mind me, okay?
Yeah, you're gonna see a link in chat for Will's GoFundMe for.
I'll need one.
Adventures.
I'll need one if you want to help my addiction. Go ahead and send it on over.
Of course, all jokes aside, if you do have gambling problems, 1-800-GAMBLER is where you would go to utilize that resource.
1,000%, especially with the reality of sports betting becoming
a thing. It really is becoming
here.
more common. It is good to know that off the top of the head. Know the 411 on that. I will say I've been having a little too much fun betting on the Moda Super Series lately. I've been having fun with that one.
Oh, the joys of sports books.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Speaking of sportsbook, if you're watching us in the Westgate Resort and Casino, we appreciate it. At the sportsbook, they've been helping us out and throwing this up on the big screen, which is big for our game.
I think humbling for us, too.
Yeah.
It just is like not expected by any means.
Definitely not.
It honestly is, for darts in general, it's showing respect to the game. You know, I feel like darts in general has always kind of tried to work on its image in the last 10 or so years, and to see the progress it's been making in North America is truly something that we're proud of. And that's really, we play a small part in a big cog, big machine. We're a small cog in a big machine.
Yeah, that didn't sound right there, but
nope.
Just gonna say that one.
Still sleep deprived, although we got more sleep, as we see this one is just about done and dusted here. So we don't know the exact score line, I don't believe, but again, this was just us kind of rounding out this little game here before the next part of the pod starts. So like we said, coming up next here is going to be that coverage of the 1B pod here, Sharpshooters versus Bounty Hunters.
And you'll see some of those West Virginia guys, the B&B boys there, as we'll go ahead and zoom in on the ugly mugs, that is.
Yeah, they really don't got no alibi. UGLY.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that little bun. Oh, hello. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, we did have some – we enjoyed some Chicken Shack with those boys, so.
Whoa. Whoa.
Good stuff. Good stuff. But, yeah, we'll get underway with most of our coverage here in just a moment's time, folks. We appreciate you being here, and I know that's kind of weird timing that we jumped in on here. But we'll get going with another matchup in just a moment. The round robin, it can be a difficult thing because you want to take a short break after being at the board for usually about 45 minutes or so to get the team event. Get your set finished up.
You strap in for a longer match format, so everyone will be getting to their board shortly. We'll be getting the action going, and we'll be excited to be bringing you coverage of NDA Team Dart 2024, the team cricket round robin today for our morning session.
Alrighty, folks, hang tight. William Stewart, Nick Teixeira will be right back with your round robin team cricket coverage in just a moment's time. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you being here. Share this around. Let your friends know. We'll be live and kicking till probably about 1 or 2, I
Did you
imagine.
just look at a watch that wasn't on your wrist?
I always do that, brother.
Really?
It's a joke.
Who's
it's
that
an inside
for?
joke.
For me?
Yes, it's an inside joke.
But I just made it outside
you.
by telling everybody.
Yep, exactly. So here we go. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, everybody. We figured some action is better than no action. While F3 gets started here, we will kick it on over to our coverage on board F1. And we have who up to bat here?
Yeah, so we're going to have Cobra Kai taking on Team Slowdown Valley Cats. For the Cobra Kai team, it's going to be Calvin Edwards, Cody Heiselman, Frankie Bogart, and Justin Green. For the Slowdown Valley Cats, you're going to see on the other side here, James Ruiz, Lawrence Willis, Nectali Rivera, and Steve Carmer.
No, and just a quick reminder, we will be jumping in between all our boards, so we will cover the B&B boys. Don't worry about that. These guys just started and kicking, and we figured, like I said, some action is better than no action. So, Christina says, can you guys go to different levels and teams to watch them play? I'd like to see from teams to Iowa. So here's the issue there. That is level 6. We've got level 1 in the area. So they won't pull matches from different levels until they get really till the end of events. And matches are already queued in.
Yeah.
So that is a difficult thing. So the reality is we'll be covering level 1 A and B throughout our morning coverage.
Yes.
And then maybe tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, but
for the
Wednesday morning,
day 2 part, yeah.
For the finals action, maybe we'll be able to pull those over for that final match.
Well, and think about it like this: with the round robins, they keep everybody in the same area, so it's easy to get your next matches going there. If you have a round robin playing on the other side of the hall and try to bring them over, it's going to add a lot of confusion and also be sometimes unsettling for some of the players that weren't expecting to randomly be brought up to the stream section. And then the other pods here, they've been used to playing in the same area, and we also don't always tell them when we're putting them on the feet, so that way we get more earnest game from them, and try not to psych anybody out. So just a heads up on the philosophy there. When it's not round robins, it's a little easier to maybe try to do something, but at the end of the day, it's also up to the discretion of the tournament organizer as well.
And that's a lot of people think we pull matches and whatnot. We don't. We try not to, because then it ruins the flow. NDA does a phenomenal job with their staff covering the event. And I mean, last night, once we were done with the Masters, we were out of the hall. Everybody was.
The hall was closing.
Yep.
But that being said, too, NDA has done a good job of not having too many big lulls in the action for us. I remember last year we kind of had some longer sits at times. Not really the case this year, which is good because we get to bring in coverage, but bad because I always like to go out there and play some games after, and I haven't really had much time. Again, a good problem to have when we have too much coverage to bring. So here we go. Looking at the board state here, going to try to find at least a 4 mark in the 17s before considering other moves. So you got the first start trip. And I say 4 mark because you want to stay down there. Now he might just stay because he likes position, but it looks like he's looking up and finds a 9 mark there. Good shot indeed. Wow, good stuff there from Green.
First 9 mark of our Monday coverage here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that too. I don't know if you did, but Cobra Kai. Not
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
I kind of like that.
I like that, yeah.
That's
so that wasn't a mishap. It's Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I like that.
That's pretty neat.
Maximus stepping up to the line here to try to follow the 9 mark.
I do like that NDA has brought over level 1 for this coverage instead of seeing back-to-back Masters, because tomorrow we will have Masters over here.
Mm-hmm.
Their finals are tomorrow. They have a much smaller pool to choose from on that Masters side. So same thing we've done in years past for those that are frequent flyers here.
And I do like that the finals for the different team levels is split up a little bit because it gives everybody a chance for the spotlight.
Yep.
So let's see how this continues on here. Finding the 16 is going to need pretty much all you can get here.
And a reminder of how your team format works.
Mm-hmm.
We do the doubles flipped, right? So you do 2, 2, 2, 2, and then the team, right?
Yeah. I believe that is correct.
It's all cricket. So 2 participants here from Cobro and Slowdown Valley, and then the next leg will feature 2 completely new players from each team.
Exactly.
And you can have more than 4 players on a team. You just got to rotate them.
Yeah, exactly. You're setting your roster at the start of each match.
Exactly.
So you can't interchange it in the middle there and be like, you know what? Never mind. I'm benching you. You can bench in between matches, but not in the middle of the match.
So let's say you have one person, one extra person. So you got 5. You have 5 rounds. Maybe their agreement is each round somebody's going to sit out and take a break, and that's a good thing to have.
Well, and also sometimes someone will come out here just to support the team by helping make sure they do the stat keeping for something, drink running, whatever it may be, and that is still a team member if you ask me. So I like that too.
It's smart as well because when you think about it, someone may get sick, someone may not
miss a flight.
You never know. So it's always smart to have a backup or a sub.
Absolutely. Cheyenne saying Will Stewart is my hero. Now that's something we can all agree with. Look at that.
What's up, Cheyenne? Bill, I love you. Don't worry. You just bring up chives too much.
A couple more times couldn't hurt. No, I kid. Like how everyone always starts it off with, I'm sorry, by the way.
I'm sorry, by the way. I get that. I got that last night, by the way, for sure. Oh, I'm sorry, by the way, but I got to do this.
It makes me giggle every time, I'm not going to lie.
Well, for the first leg win, he's going to need some points and then a single bull to get on the board.
Grabs the points. Taking the dart. Gets away from him just a little bit there. So slow down Valley Cat's not out of this leg yet and can try to give himself a backdoor opportunity, but it would require a lot of bulls on this go.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough ask, but gets out in front.
Maximus is going to maximize this turn here and try to get it done.
What wordplay from the one and only Nick Mustache Teixeira.
Nick Monopoly Man Teixeira. I'm going to get the top hat. It's going to be great. There's the bull.
Oh, hello. Jinx, show me a Coke. 18 or 17 will get the job done. He needs 2 of them.
Gets it there. Wanted to make sure that dart was going to the single. Taking his time to calculate there. So go bro, guy. Getting leg number 1.
And we'll go ahead, and while they set up for the next match, we'll go ahead and head on over, well, to the B&B boys as they get underway with their 3rd round of action. And then we'll hop back on over to Cobro Kai as well. We'll just keep you in the play on those. And then our middle board is started in level 1A, but we'll be featuring level 1A because we have 2 boards instead of the 1.
Exactly.
But we do want to give these guys some loving.
Absolutely. Well, you say loving because you're nice to him here, but when you walked over there, I'm pretty sure you just said only mean words to him. With all love.
Me? No. I just said, hey, they're moving you to F33. That board doesn't exist.
I would say they can go play foosball, but that is done, and now there's another event setting up out there, too. The amount of events out here is crazy with how big the Westgate Resort Casino is and how wonderful they are at hosting these events. Big thank you to having us out here once again.
And it's bounty hunters and sharpshooters, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That is correct. I believe that was Jessica Steele, or maybe that was, I believe so. Might need a correction on that one.
Well, we can find out.
So stepping up here. trying to get some points on the 19s and trying to defend that they have the X on it, but those are some tough positions. He has to move over to get a better angle. Doesn't get the dart there, kind of undercuts. Now Richards going to be stepping up to the line here. Does get the close of the 19s, going back up to points. Needs at least a single, but a triple will be even better. You are not mistaken. That is the Viking. Yeah, so Jessica Steele stepping up to the line here. See a lot of Let's Go B&Bs in chat. A lot of fans of them. Of course, we always love watching and supporting them with them as well. Oh, but that trip 18 was very favorable. And then back to the trip 20 for a cover shot. Good strategy on that approach there.
Please tell me you noticed it after I went out there.
Well, yes, I did immediately. I saw as soon as you left, I saw it on the shirt, and I was like, oh, well.
Thanks for making me look dumb.
You were already gone by then.
The guy definitely pointed at me and said, it's on her shirt. And I was like, oh, gosh. Don't blame me.
Hey, sorry. Nick doesn't know how to read is usually the fair response. So here we go. B&B in good position. I should say bounty hunters. Let's use the proper name.
Yeah.
Today. Yeah, they do a fun little show there, huh? I see you tuning in, and sometimes you get on there and play for a little bit.
I'm going to try to hop in those Grand Board streams when possible. It can be a little bit difficult because family time and whatnot. But, yeah, it's enjoyable. Trying to get this dang board situated here, but
those dang boards, I tell you what.
There we go. It was giving me a conniption there.
It gets close on the 16s. Pretty comfortable position so far with 3 houses and some points now. And it's as simple as that. When you're playing this team format, it's less about taking the big risks and the big shots unless you absolutely have to, and more about that steady play. Being a little bit more conservative with some of your approaches, especially outside of the Masters level. So now taking a moment here, analyzing the data and going right to the 15s. David saying, let's go Milwaukee Bull Shooter Saloon today, but supporting all West Coast Throwers. Yeah, let us know who you guys are all cheering for, who you got going on. I know we have a lot of the B&B fans in here right now, but let us know also if there's anybody else you're cheering for in the hall.
Definitely. We know that there's a ton of players here this weekend, almost 4,000 to be exact. We think there's more than last year, so
feels like more than last year.
Yeah, we need to get that exact number for you guys, but
3,872.
Okay, no, but great job. He tried to fool you guys.
I'm a little shiesty with it.
But there's a ton of players here from all over the country. I'm sure you have somebody that you know here if you're a dart player.
And players from all over other countries as well.
That too.
One bull needed to get this first leg on the board. Bounty Hunters collects.
On the board.
Yeah, some good stuff there for those guys. Getting things going. Early on, that leg sharpshooters was absolutely neck and neck. But you can see that once the momentum started to shift, they just never really regained that ground. So they're going to have to pick that up in the second leg. Moving back over to board number F1 here. Back over to 1A.
Ooh, hello. Big roar from somebody.
Love it.
Gave us a woo, or gave us a Ric Flair. By the way, if you ask my son to give him a Ric Flair, I go woo.
Oh, really? That's parenting at its finest, if you ask me. Well, I think you might be onto something.
I definitely am. Let me tell you.
Again, you were looking at Cobra Kai going up against Slowdown Valley Cats. So this is going to be Cobra continuing on. This is Frankie. I do like that after the miss, he did go switch over to those 19 shredded pad. Even if it didn't collect, it's still the right strategy.
Yep.
And, well, when you're playing with somebody, I mean, half the time I don't really care if they're hitting particularly good or particularly bad, although it's nice when the particularly good comes out. I more so just care that they're kind of taking their time to shoot the right shots and communicate with the partner. How do you feel about something like that? What do you look for in that team dynamic?
Every team's different, so if you trust somebody, you know somebody, you played with them before, you kind of – you've probably already had that dynamic. I mean, Porky and Garrett never have to communicate talk, if they really don't want to. Now they will, of course. But,
yeah, but it's almost silent in their communication.
Yeah, so it just depends. It just depends. I'm not a person that I try not to overdo it because then I feel like, I get that image of, especially like blind draws or whatever, like, you just think you know it all because you do this and that. No, I just like to have fun. That's what I'm
exactly. And blind draws are a little different, too, when you compare it to, like, these big competitions, right? The best partnerships are the ones, like you said. You can silently trust the partner. I can look at you and know exactly what you're going to do without you saying a single word. When you look at these team pairings, and when you're at blind draw pairings, it's about just knowing if the person wants your opinion or advice or not, and going from there.
Steve helping us out saying 287 players from Canada, 76 players from Germany, 24 from Spain.
I mean, they'll keep kicking our, like, thousands of people in America's butts.
They've had some good runs for Germany as well as Team Spain. Canada trying to get a title on the board, I think, here in those upper levels. I know Evan Sutterman played well last night in his events.
Yeah,
absolutely. Just missing out to Brandon Perez.
And Spain, honestly, in the International Challenge, putting quite the showing after making their first year back.
Yeah, really, they did. And I did want to mention here, we've got Cobra Kai, Slow Down Valley. We also got Hammer Time, Half Baked, and One More Time for Skybox in this group.
Oh, I miss Skybox.
That's a local area there for Nick.
Yeah, unfortunately, the bar does not exist anymore, so this is basically the last run at it because they all have the matching shirts still. So, do you believe the Skybox people looked at us and said, "Don't stream us, we'll hit you in the throat"?
We are avoiding board number. No,
no.
We'll trinkle in here and there, but
they don't get a say in the matter.
Like I said, we'll see more of this level 1A than level 1B, so we'll hop in between F3 and F1 mainly here for this round.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, it just makes the most sense. And yeah, it's round robin coverage, so it's round robin coverage as well, right? You know, trying to bounce in between and get representations from all the teams in their respective pods that we can.
Yeah. David saying sad what happened to Team USA men's and unfortunate with the girls losing too. I'll be the one to say it. It's a round-robin bracket. Team USA put themselves out of the bracket. No offense, but that's how I feel about it.
110% I agree, and I will also kind of back you up on this one and say here, plain and simple, we're the hosting country for an international event. Whether it is you attribute fault or blame or something for controversies or altercations, we have to take the high road here as the hosting country, and our players need to be representing us well. And I do think a lot of them did, and I do think that, you know, at the end of the day, you just kind of have to write it off and say, you know what, it just wasn't our year, and at the end, Germany earned it. They really did.
I just think that if you have other legs and other chances there, and I think it was really the kicker was the last. Geez, this guy keeps going over. The kicker was the that last set for the team when Spain really just kind of 4-0 them. If they would have picked up a couple legs there.
Exactly. They didn't really kind of get over what happened, and they got a 4-0 loss in the immediate next rounds.
Yep.
You know, and that's what happened. And the ladies at the end of the day, I mean, obviously they had a rough go at the finals, but they made it to the finals, and they did, they did a good try, and Germany just
Team Germany.
they were good.
They were not going to get beat yesterday on the women's front. 100% honest there. They were a team, and you could just see that every person on that team would connect and hit 5 marks when needed, and I mean, just overall, it
master
was
singles
great.
for the ladies last night. Top 3, all Germans.
Yep, exactly.
That says it right there. Says it all there.
Well, here we go to get another on the board here.
And this could also go the other way. Wouldn't require perfection.
Yep.
But boy, would it be a good hit. Trying to work an angle here. Double-double. Would still get there.
So, geez, Steve.
Yes, Steve. Wow.
Jessica asks us, so why did I see a post about Germany not wanting to play USA? There's some discrepancy in an order change is what happened there.
Yeah.
And Germany said, well, we want to figure this out.
Yeah.
And walked away essentially, but we weren't there to figure it out.
Yeah, we weren't there while it was happening.
It was essentially one leg. That's
what
it was.
One singular leg that wasn't played.
One singular leg. And if you're going to take one singular leg when you lose by a 16-13 margin,
yeah,
sorry, that's just not going to work for me.
Exactly. Again, at the end of the day, we have to take the high road and be the proper hosting country.
And I love every one of those guys on Team USA. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, we say that with love and respect to them.
Don't get me wrong.
We do. At the end of the day, it's kind of a complicated position to be in, all things considered. And obviously, you don't want to see it. I mean, I know for a fact that nobody wanted that way, and we actually have a pretty close working relationship with a lot of the Germans. As we give them all the information for the broadcast and talk with them. And they legitimately, there was no hard feeling or harmful intentions done, in our opinion. And that's what it was at the end of the day. And a lot of that comes down to passion. I do believe that is a 2-0 lead so far. But at the end of the day, the reason you're also saying stuff like that is because there was a lot of pride and passion in that, and that's where a lot of that's coming from too. And hopefully that gives the context necessary here. But enough about that. Let's go back to the fun stuff, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And we just wanted to touch base on that. We really didn't discuss it.
We needed to address it, yeah. And we wanted yesterday to simmer down fully before we could make a proper comment on it. And also talk to both sides. I mean, I talked with Team Germany, talked with Team USA, and just tried to figure out what was happening,
Yep, exactly.
And if you ask about it again, someone clip it and post it in the chat. There you go.
Well, I think we're still 1-0 as we're into our second leg here of bounty hunters and sharpshooters. And then, of course, someone from Skybox instantly came over and was like, you guys only have board 1 and 3? I think it's funny that they were begging, don't put it on it.
They
don't put it on
asked us not to.
Now they're wanting it.
Oh, Timmy Hahn.
Well, don't worry. We'll see the Skybox crew. Like I said, we got board F1 and F2 that we can dabble in. We're just pre-set up for board 1 already, and then we'll see more of those coverage.
I do think it's funny where it's like sometimes they're like, oh, you guys like to stream your friends mostly. Those are my Florida friends I've been playing with since I'm a youth player, and I'm like, yeah, we don't need to stream them right now. It's fine.
We'll avoid them.
If we get them, we get them. Just take an extra moment to be sure about what we want to do here on this approach. Waiting for that board change over. It's now ready to go. Trip 16 goes to 19 first. Grabs a couple extra points there. Oh, now he's going to take the look. And not quite, but hey, expanding that position with the 4 marks on the 19s. They're a good round at it altogether. Just 3 16s there. Doesn't really close that gap enough. We kind of expect a shot here. And, man, that dude is muscular.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, I saw him. I was like, good gravy.
Don't make him mad.
Yeah.
Will, don't throw anything at him. Can only talk nicely on the live stream here.
Some of those guys that are like that are big softies, though. Let's be honest. Good dart player, though. Look at this. Triple, triple, single bull, 7 mark on the board.
Muscles it in there. Man, made that look easy.
There's Bill Henderson. And Bill's the biggest teddy bear, said Brian. Yep, I said it. I said most of those guys are the biggest teddy bears around. Yep.
Oh boy, you guys are cracking us up in chat today.
No, I love it. That's what it is, engagement, and our chat's been great throughout the coverage here at NDA Team Dart, so we appreciate that one.
Each and every one of you tuning in makes this so worth it for us, and then some. 2 bulls. There's one. And how about another?
That's a 2-0 win.
I'm going to see 3-3-5, 3-8, some 2-4s, 2-6s. That's about the range for level 1. You're going to have a lot of people from the mid-2s to the mid-3s for making up these teams, with a couple people dipping closer to that 4 mark as well.
Jump back over to board 1 to keep you guys entertained. Non-stop action here on USA Darts.
Yeah, the round robin is going to be pretty much, other than the slight break in between rounds in the pods, will be a lot of just back and forth fun action.
Yeah, and usually 45 minutes to an hour, and then you have a quick break and then back to it. And most of these guys in the hall at 8 a.m. Do you want to mention that?
We were almost out of bed by 8 a.m. We finally got to catch up on some of those Z's, which is so important, right? I mean, our job is insanely cerebral for what we have to do, and it's nice to be able to get a little rest in there. And Paul, I would love to have a conversation with you at Chicago and get a chance to meet you.
So, our last round will start at 12. We're supposed to start at 12. I guarantee we'll probably be 12:30 before we kick off all our coverage on that one.
Yeah, it will dip a little bit into it.
And that's okay. I mean, usually round robin, sometimes those matches extend out a little bit. So
it's also just a lot of people. And with that many people at the board for about an hour, you do understand having a slight gap, a little breaks in between. You go get drinks, use the restroom, do whatever, freshen up. So do understand that more than sometimes people play like a 10-minute best of 3 and be like, I need a 20-minute break. That doesn't make sense.
No.
Let's see here. Oh, finding some 17s. I think that last start, some of these times where we're like looking for last start attacks at the high ground and these big third dart triples, you kind of have to remind yourself, you know what, maybe that mark might be better spent on the points there, and that's actually a good stay. I actually changed my mind before I even got the thought out of my mouth there.
Tyler's saying, how's the barn doing? I have no idea who the barn is. If you want to check out some of those brackets, if you can give me a level or anything, maybe we can help you out. But, yeah, I mean, we'll drop the link to those brackets in your chat here. And you can the good thing about these brackets on CompuSport is you can actually type in your friend's name, and it'll pull up wherever they're at in every
and
single
you can follow them
bracket.
And get notifications whenever they're in the next match, when the next match gets called.
That's great.
Yeah.
So some of the cool stuff from CompuSport there.
Yep, absolutely.
You can hear some calls being made in the background. That's Don announcing some prize winners.
Yeah, lots of prize winners. Look at that. You can hear it out there. They're loving it.
I was kind of jealous when she started calling buckets of beers upon buckets of beers yesterday.
Making us thirsty.
Yeah, free buckets. Which, by the way, not going to flaunt it, but I will just a little bit. I am excited to be. We'll probably be streaming until about 2 o'clock today, and then coming back about 8 p.m., so a little break ski.
Yeah, a little break ski indeed.
Go get some good food. Why not?
That's honestly, when you ask what Will and I do for fun in between, it's sleep or eat.
Well, that's because you're in Vegas. You got to enjoy the eats, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And plus, he's too afraid to play me on the dartboard during the break, so that wouldn't happen.
All right, we'll do one.
Well, today we're actually rested, so it might be a proper showing.
And just for you folks at home that want to know, will be winning that.
No.
But you haven't beat me yet. It's not going to happen.
Again, building confidence.
Not.
I'm a long game kind of guy.
But not when you lose it in the stupidest of ways.
See, that's why I always ask my best friend. I'm like, hey, today are we going to start dating? Are we going to start dating? Nope. Okay, and it's been 5 years, and we're going to just keep asking. It's a long con.
That was a good shot from Cobra Kai as they take the advantage on the houses here and have that 20 to work on. If you're slow down value, you've got to find the 18s here.
Yeah, and one thing to remember, not only with the team format, but just also the average range of which we're watching, it's using your marks most efficiently, all things considered, right? Going for third dart closes can sometimes lead to useless single marks.
Yep.
While staying on the points and why you see more conservative pointing styles typically work better at these levels is simply because a single mark on the points is more efficient. It does more.
Mm-hmm.
Deep breath and evaluating the board state. Like in a board state like this with no open numbers for the other team, you can go ahead and go a little bit on the attack. But if it doesn't hit in the first dart, I would consider moving back immediately. Yeah, this is a very hard dart. And that's a good switchback. You have to go back and grab a couple more. You want to defend that territory as much as you can when you have the higher number. And you don't want to leave your opponent, no matter if you're playing a 1-0, a 2-0, or a 20-0, it doesn't matter what their marks per round are. You just assume that the person coming after you is going to hit a 9 mark. And if that 9 mark would hurt you, then you should probably evaluate your board state and try to change up your strategy if you can. Is the popular term still board management? I don't know.
Got to find something of value here.
Yeah, and this go here, single 18, and you can move on.
Yeah, I would go ahead and, just take that out.
Yeah,
there it is.
Last dart I'd prefer at the 20 just because you only have 1 dart in hand. Does go there. Fortunately, catching to the right side, but that's the only goal of that turn. That turn was, okay, let's make sure I end with them having no houses and us having the point advantage. See there, no closes. That first dart going up to the 20, you want to take it down that high ground, but you have to do it when you have something defensible yourself. And shooting that first dart there was pretty much not accomplishing what he would desire. You can see Frankie trying to settle in. He wanted to stay on those 20s until he hit a trip. Didn't like where those first 2 darts were, and then did the switch.
Didn't do the switch.
Still a little tired.
Looks like there may have been a quick leg there on that third board. Let me just double check, see if they didn't sneak one in on us there.
Yeah, give us the 4-1-1, Will. Yeah, it's always smarter. Funnily enough, I love it when Will goes out there to check on these teams and figure out the progress or talk with somebody, figure out players, because I'm so ADHD, scrambled egg brain, that sometimes someone will tell me something, I'll be like, okay, by the time I walk back to the booth, it's already done, dusted, and deleted from my memory. Someone will be like, oh, what did you say in that match you were commentating earlier? I'd be like, I have no idea. Yeah, all right, perfect. We'll have all right, palm tree, guys, okay, we're ready, I'll let you know. Yeah, and Florida's filled with palm trees. I mean, there's just palm trees all over Florida, top to bottom. Looks like it's a 3-0 lead on the other side here for the Bounty Hunters team over Sharpshooters.
Yeah, they had a quick leg there, and talked to So, and he was like, "Yeah, we just had I just threw a 4.67. You don't have that on there." I was like, 4.67, meh, meh.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the way I feel about a 4.67 these days. Yeah,
4.67. That's like the new
4.67.
2-2, right?
Seems like it these days.
Feels like
what we're used to seeing. Josh saying, what level is this? This is level 1. Although you may be level 5. This is level 1. Sometimes they do have those mishapable legs, though.
Well, also, compared to other tournaments, level 1 here is a different kind of meaning, right? Because, again, what that master's distinction of what that play is, most of the players that are in that 4+ range all are on one side, and here you're only going to see at max one player above a 4-2.
But you can easily have 2 players that are the heavy hitters on the team, and then 2 that are significantly lower level.
Exactly.
So, and it's difficult because what you do at the team event is it's 2 players and then 2 new players for the next leg. So that makes it a little bit difficult.
Yeah. Well, and then also just how long you're playing in between darts and how few you get until your next throw, you know. Just knowing that, okay, our match is starting. There's not a practice board nearby. You can't go throw another board while you're in a match, and you know that you're going to be up here in a few minutes. So, Tim, I know the 80. I feel the 80% stat thing. I feel that one.
That old gram board.
That's real.
That old gram board fools everyone with that 80% stats, doesn't it?
It does.
I popped on there. I was like, no way I'm this. And then I checked it. Oh, okay, that's 80%.
Yeah, you were surprised. You're like, man, I'm all the way up to a 3-2. I was like, no, well, come on. I'm getting a couple bulls on there, having some fight in it, but Cobra Kai just kind of playing pretty strong here. You're noticing that on both of our streaming boards so far. Is it's been a little bit one-sided, but that's why those round robin pods are so interesting because you know you might get it done to you and then receive it the next leg. You know, it's so funny to see the changes match by match as this leg is done and dusted here. 3-0 lead.
Nil advantage. We're going to hop back on over because we did miss that middle leg.
Exactly. So now we're in leg number 4 here. Oh, and that dart definitely got away from him. Trying to go down to the double there, it seems. Again, you got to be careful with those approaches on the double. And why we sometimes advise it against them is just because if you go outside, it's so consequential compared to what can happen with everything. It's kind of a change-up altogether when that happens. You can see trying to get some steady points. Bounty Hunters here. Going to want to try to get a number on the board. What number will they get? Going at the 18s there, can use that dart to his advantage to work his way inside. But too much inside. And a good correction on the last dart there for Dart Jesus. You see partner calling for the background there saying, go up, shoot those 18s there, take the swing. And did take the swing there. I do like the look of that scenario. 2 of the points wanted to close is a pretty sound way to play. Oh, and there we go, finding the 18s on the first start. He wants to find at least one more. There we go, getting a 3-point lead, and the battle is back on, and it's neck and neck in this leg. So let's see. And grooving and jamming here. You could go for the 3 mark, right? You single 17, single 18, single 18. That's what he's looking for. Has to hit this dart, though. And that's the thing. If you're going to shoot that, you have to be very, very careful on your approach. There's not much room for error. And if you fail it, it basically hands a huge opportunity back to the other team here. Because now you expect this gentleman right here to pound the 18s. He might try to do it back. He is going to try to do it back. This is some gambling here. Does get the close. I don't know if I like that shot here. And that's only because of 4 marking the 16s lets you get a free shot at the 18s. And you expect the 18s can go away at any point in time now. Going to try to find it. Does get there. I expect a close. And does go for the close there. And see, now if you're the bounty hunters, you're kind of in a more disadvantageous position because of that. Because now you have to hit a 6 mark. They had to hit a 4 mark there to basically get a good position. Stay on the 15 until you close, then attack the 16. If you attack the 16 first, you're chasing. It's a big risk unless you hit on the first dart. Has to get this close, though. Doesn't get the close, so handing the opportunity over. A 4 mark needed for sharp shooters. What a 4 mark it would be. It sounds so simple, right? Just a 4 mark. But this 4 mark, just the timing of it all, giving the advantage going into the Bulls, it's huge. Trying to work in from that. Needs lower. Oh, he's kind of blocked himself out. Can he get it in? Yeah, that's a tough spot. That's one of the few times I would say probably consider switching to the double because you don't have a good angle there, and there wasn't really any room for that dart to go in. But is it going to be handed back over for another chance? Just needed a 3 mark there and only found 1. A little bit of messed ups on both teams here. Will sharpshooters be able to capitalize? Just looking for a 3 mark at minimum. Anything else they hit is extra credit on this assignment. Oh, gets the trip there. Beautiful dart. Stays down there for 1 more, and at that point you absolutely should do the stay. So Bounty Hunters playing from behind now, going to the Bulls. Does get the close there. I do like that dart. Can we get 1 ball on the board? Does get 1 ball on the board. So 26-point difference between these teams here. 3 bulls needed for sharpshooters to get a leg on the board. 1, 2. Can you get the last one in? Oh, and it goes outside, so a slight opportunity here. 26-point difference, which means 4 bulls needed, 2 to close, 2 to get up. Tough shot, but what a time it would be if he hit it. Throwing the Kirshner Phantom Dart. Still on the shot, needs to find a double. But not going to happen here. Sharpshooters looking like they're going to get this leg on the board here. 3 darts for 1 bull. How about it, boys? And there we go, getting a leg on there. So good stuff there, getting that one in the mix. And it's going to be going to that last leg now for this one. So they're going to be getting those stats down in there, getting all set up for the next one. As I believe we still have a game going on for our other board over here. Getting everything switched up and get ready here. So do give me a quick second as I get that adjusted. As we're going to be getting back into the mix here for our good matchup on the other side of things. So Cobra Kai, slow down Valley Cats. Still duking it out over here. Pretty much at the end of this leg here, about to go into their final leg, as it looks like this has been a close fought battle. Gets a double on there.
All right, good switch duties there, Nick. Appreciate it, brother.
Gotcha, buddy.
The one, the only, Kevin Malenfant joining us there for a minute. The OG of USA Darts. So
yeah, I saw who you were talking to, and I was like, I'm going to take over the reins here for a little bit. I got you, buddy.
Yeah, well, I went up there and saw him at the DL event, and I said, he said, I'm going to come down and see you. So cool.
Well, Cobra Kai up 4-0 here. So both these matches now in this last leg, not decider, but last leg of the round robin for this part of it. So 4-0 versus a 3-1 now. So now, since we did just finish the leg over there, I assume we're going to stay over here and watch a proper leg for Cobra Kai Slow Down Valley Cats.
And we may,
or maybe we go. Actually, they might be ready faster on the other side too.
Yeah,
so.
I think they're getting going on the other board. We'll go ahead and take away this segment and get it switched over, and then maybe we'll be able to switch back or go to that board number 2. I'm going to get where they're at in the match on board F2.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the one we don't know, just because we haven't been watching that one actively. Yeah, it looks like they're rethrown on the diddle. I believe so. Yeah, it gets in the double there. And I can't tell if did that dart get in there? Yeah, it looks like the bounty hunters did get that diddle. So here we go, down to our final leg. Who do you got in this one, guys? Who are you cheering for? Let us know in the chat. Bounty hunters and sharpshooters duking it out on the live stream here. Looks like they're just making sure the board is all set up correctly here. Giving it a quick second. A lot of Let's Go Bounty Hunters in the chat here. Here we go. Leg number 5. How will it start off? Of course, this last leg is where the team aspect comes into play here, where you have all 4. So you have even less darts to throw, longer times in between. Can he get the close? Does get the close here. Sure. Sorry about that. Someone just came up to me and said, "Are you Sean Green?" And I said, "No, my hair's green." There we go. They were just waiting for the board to change over. It does that dramatic pause a little bit. It's like, all right, the board's going to be a little extra today. We're going to have that long pause. So B&B, find the 20s. Switches on the last dart. That's a must hit if you're going to do that switch. A little risky shot, but big payoff there. And you can see the team in the background get a little fired up as the Viking. He sees, solves, and conquers those 19s. Jessica Steele. What could she do here? She is a very talented shot. It's not my first time seeing her on the live feed, although I had that name hesitation earlier. It's just because of pure exhaustion, guys. She can absolutely throw some real deal mean green darts there. Trying to attack the 18s here. After the first dart doesn't go, I would almost always prefer to go to the 20s because you want to stay on it until you find at least a trip in this scenario. In this case, finding it on the third, Seagraves getting it there. So now stepping up for a pretty good board state. Again, those 18s are close, so you can take a shot here. It's okay with getting a 3-mark close at him. I do like this play even more, though. Attacking the bottom of the board and grabbing an extra house here and adding some points before going for that close. That's a huge 7-mark there for the bounty hunters. And I love that play because it makes your opponents have to think more about your real estate position and how they are going to start feeling trapped. It gives you that suffocating effect almost. Really cool to see there, and really big payoff for that last start close on the 18s as well. The other thing you have to think about is sometimes I look at my opponent, and sometimes what is textbook correct is not actually correct in a match. You look at somebody and be like, oh, they're not hitting the 18s particularly well right now, if you're thinking that to yourself. So I'm okay with leaving it for them, letting them try to figure that out while I go grab the other numbers in the meantime. Sometimes I can frustrate somebody even more as they fight along and they get trapped on an island there. And this is just some good play from bounty hunters right now. I love the choices that they've been making in this. Going for the double there, kind of pulls it down. And just gets 2 singles there. So a slight door opener here. Jessica Steele is watching there. You can see how serious she is. She wants this one. In the sharpshooters, I mean, they got a leg on the board here. And honestly, most of these legs, they have absolutely been in the fray. The score lines don't always tell the full stories here. And this story's not done being told, as there's still some fight left in them. Finding a 6-mark in there for sharpshooters, giving a little breath of life in a team that you can tell right now they're starting to look a little bit more subdued compared to the bounty hunters, which are kind of riding the high at the moment. Close is got. And back up to the 20s to add more to that cushion. I do love that, and it makes sense. Attack that 16. You already have the X on it. You just need a single. You expect it to single in 1, if not 2 darts. And then grab a couple extra points there. You could have attacked the 15. The problem is if you only hit a single, it absolutely gives them an opportunity back in the leg, versus if you hit a trip 20, it helps make your case a little bit stronger here. And now you can get a clean shot at the 15, so you can throw all 3 darts, knowing that if you close it, you're going to have advantage going into the bullseyes. Does get the trip on the second one there. Doesn't quite get a bull, though, and he kind of waves it off. It looked like it was a good line for it. It's unfortunately not collecting. Let's see right here. They know Bounty Hunters is on the finish line. 3 bulls. They're going to feel happy about a 4-1 win here in this pod. Not going to happen this turn, though. Try to do a hacky sack kick on the dart there. Love it. Love it. Over 600 of you guys tuning in with us, watching our coverage of NDA Team Dart here. I do appreciate each and every one of you for the great fun we've been having and for hanging out with us while we've been having a good time, and hopefully you guys have been having a good time as well. Sharpshooters trying to find something on the bulls here. Again, you have to have that never say die mentality, especially in a team format, but then on top of that, you just have to also try to build yourself up, because the round robin will continue after this, and you want to try to hype yourself up for your next match. So here we go. Dart Jesus. Gets 1 bull. Can we get a double? How about 2 singles? We'll take that one there. see the head shake there and just acknowledgement of the not ideal position of everything here. Give you guys an update on board F1. They are pretty much down to the Bulls as well. Same spot this one is in. Currently up 4-0, looking like they're likely to go potentially up 5-0 now. So 1 bull needed for Bounty Hunters. One bull still needed for Bounty Hunters. So not quite over. Jessica Steele trying to see what she can do here. Again, they're getting themselves back in the league. They got the point lead back, so obviously there's still some fight there. You have to feel like it can end at any time with just a single 20 or single 17 there being enough points, or even single 15 for that matter, and then a bull. But they still have to hit it. They haven't crossed that line yet. And until they do, Sharpshooters is alive. Does grab a single 20 there, so no outshot available. Right now, the gentleman blocking him has been hitting particularly well. In this match, I would say he's doing just fine. Maybe not in this leg as much, but if he can go up here, grab at least 3 bulls, and try to set himself up, or set his team up for a success on the next go to try to go for some closes, you'd love to see it. Just getting 1 bull, though. Cobra Kai, 3 bulls away from a 5-0 lead. And there we go, getting it done. Your team Bounty Hunters getting that 4-1 win over there. Not too bad, not too bad. As that's going to be a good deal over there and some good stuff overall. We're going to catch the tail end over here of what's going on our board F1. As you can see, looking at our score line here, 4-0. Pretty much set to go 5-0. Been some pretty good matches that we've seen so far, some very competitive matches that we've seen so far. Some of the score lines obviously not showing that in a favorable manner, but most of these legs have been hard fought and really could have gone either way. Frankie just gets the 1 bull there, unfortunately getting deflected into the 1 on that last start. A little bit of finish line-itis. I believe that is the medical term. And if it isn't, well, that makes sense because I made it up. Grabbing a double. Another double here does regain the point lead. So that's why you see him moving so far over there. Oh, it was actually a good line, just a little bit underthrown on the dart there. So Cody approaching. Looking at the black bit in the middle. Grabs 17 there, which does add a bull. I do like that, whether intentional or not. I do think it's intentional. But just having some troubles on those bulls. This is pod play. This is going to be round robin style that we are watching today. This is just day 1 of 2 for the team event. So Maximus, 2 bulls. You can see just trying to make sure he's composed. I don't think there's anything wrong with taking that extra time to take that big breath in there. getting it done. Look at that, Cobra Kai getting a 5-0 win over Slowdown Valley Cats. Do love that team name, I'm not going to lie. Getting a good job done there. You can see the handshakes from the players. You can see the Valley Cats obviously wanted to give a little bit more there and just wasn't quite ready to do so. You can see the next round of opponents and teams starting to step up to the boards here because we're moving on to the next stage of our pod. Excited to be seeing it. I believe this is going to be round 4 of 5 for the round robin. Yeah, so on board F1, that's going to be Slowdown Valley Cats going up against Hammer Time. Board F2, our other streaming board there, Cobra Kai versus Half Baked. And I believe on 1B, we are going to be having on board F3, Last Minute versus Black Saddle / Dukes for that one. So, guys, we've been having a lot of fun bringing coverage of NDA Team Dart 2024. I'm Nick DeSher, joined by Will Stewart. We're going to go ahead and figure out what's coming up next and bring the action back to you in just a moment's time. So don't go far, folks. We'll be back before you know it. Here we go, back in the saddle once again for Black Saddle. And Dukes versus last minute here in our matchup. Black Saddle is going to include Anthony Monroe, Brandon Byer, Kyle Myers, and Peter Kanesh. And on the other side here, team last minute, Brandon Kessler, Damian Lofton, King Tang, and Kevin Dole. So how about that one for this one? Wait.
How about that one for this one?
Yeah, you heard me. I said that
go.
almost as a complete thought.
There you go. Well, here we go. Back in it. Sorry for the delay here. Walked out to the hall, talked to the tournament staff, and then got enticed into a conversation for a while. Enticed, that's a good one.
Yeah, see, look, I didn't even call you out on it.
Yeah, you should have.
No, that was weird because I thought you were here zooming on Nick Slepic's face. That definitely wasn't me. Definitely wouldn't be me.
It's funny because I did that earlier.
Did you really?
Yeah, I took the handheld out there and got some shots, and sure enough, he was one of them.
Yes, they hate us by now.
And this is Black Saddle in last minute. Is that right?
That is correct.
All right, we'll put that in the chat here, so we have it on the board. Oot, that was.
It's going to be Damian Lofton up here throwing. A player that pretty familiar with at this point.
Yeah.
Partners with Olivia Terry in a lot of events normally, and Brandon Kessler as well.
That is right. Good to see him in the mix here.
So that does mean that last minute team is from Ohio, and Black Saddle, of course, being from Wisconsin.
Yeah. Pretty good team, too. Kenny Tang, Kevin Dole, and then Damian Lofton and Brandon Kessler. So
I also read Kevin Dole as almost Kenny Doyle
yeah.
as well.
Like,
Don't worry. Did the same thing. Yeah, I like to see some Ohio boys on the stream here, and then, of course, the Wisconsinites we get plenty of as well. So far, looks like last minute is finding the time to continue to do well here. So, Will, just to give you the context on what you missed in our pods, a 4-1 win there for the Bounty Hunters over Sharpshooters, and a 5-0 win for Cobra Kai. I got to really emphasize that.
yeah, that's a tough one, isn't it? Cobra Kai. That is a tough one. Trying to open up another wedge and does so immediately.
And just kind of continue to do some good work on it. You can see Tang here not going to mess around with potentially losing the 20s and 19s. He's just going to focus on pointing and finding there the 6 mark. Knowing that the X is on the 20s and the 19s, the pressure's kind of on the back there and saying, all right, these can go away at any time. Let me make sure I maximize how many points I can get. I will say, Will, after a night of rest, I really have the itch to throw some darts today. I'm not going to lie. Watching all these players out here, it just, I think that's one of the hardest parts of the job. It just like makes you want to get back into the fray sometimes.
Let me help them out.
Yeah, go ahead and give them a hand there and let them know. Or,
okay. Okay, yeah.
They're backing it up. There we go.
This is round number 4.
Yeah, as the round pod continues to move along here. Doing a pretty good time on everything. Obviously, you kind of expect a little bit of a 30-minute, 45-minute gap or window where you can see the pods with timing will slip a little bit. But that's why the way this event is organized is to kind of give you that extra wiggle room there, so you have extra time to get to your board, get set up, and get your team in line as well. Advice for anybody playing in the team event, I will say, well, obviously you don't need someone sitting down the sidelines, a full-blown coaching staff by any means. Always designating someone as a proper team captain to help guide the team and be in charge of helping organize everybody. It's always super helpful to have that distinction. And honestly, it lets 3 out of the 4 not have to think about anything other than throwing, as Kenny Tang continues to do what Kenny Tang does, finding a 9 mark.
Big shots there from him.
So now just trying to fight on the 16s. The loss of real estate here is brutal.
Clutch, right?
Love me some fruit snacks.
Well, just announce it to the world.
Oh, guys, Will threw fruit snacks at me, and I'm happy.
Oh, my gosh.
Love fruit snacks.
Just announce it to the world. This is like the gusher kind, too. So, whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, right?
There's a lot going on.
You're welcome. Black Forest Juicy Burst, if you want to go ahead and just send us a sponsorship now, we'll promote the product.
Yeah, this is going to be
the best gummies in the world.
Black Forest Bullseye Cam.
Exactly.
Black Saddle renamed to Black Forest.
Well, needing the Bulls here for the win. Just the two. It's okay. They're going to have some time to work with this one. No room to come back here right now for last minute. Or sorry, other way around for Black Saddle.
Man, those fruit gummies were good. For all you degenerates, we're talking real fruit snacks, by the way, for the record. Just want to specify.
Yeah, we are talking real fruit snacks, not the gummies that you can find here.
Yeah, not the other ones. As last minute gets leg number 1 on the board there. Heather, if everyone wants to throw fruit snacks at me at any tournament, I'm not really going to be mad.
You'll take them. That'll be a form of payment for Nick Beshara.
Well, I mean, maybe. So moving on to leg number 2 here. Peter Ganesh to start us off. Only a 2 mark there, not going to be happy. I do like the Grand Theft Auto font on the back of their jerseys. As a nerd, I love it.
Very cool. I think board 2 just getting underway as well.
So that's going to be in our level 1A pod that we were talking about earlier. So board 2 is going to be Cobra Kai, which we just saw do a 5-0 win versus Half Baked there. Half Baked we haven't seen on the stream yet. It's going to be another team from Ohio, Brandon Robinson, C.K. Miller, Mark Miller, and Rich Wintersoul in that one. Good last start trip there. I need the last start trip. Of course, they want to get the trip a little earlier on because they want to shoot those 20s and kind of get them away. Taking a quick moment here.
Yeah, just a quick break. We get some waves in the background.
There we go. Everyone, wave back. We're waving to you. Yeah, just taking a quick moment here. Brandon Kessler's one of those guys that's a pretty big dog in this bracket, I would say, as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a big name here.
Real nice guy as well. Even if he just wears sunglasses like behind his head like that. I don't trust guys that do that normally.
So we are taking just a minute to get back underway. Maybe a discrepancy on order or waiting on a person, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It seems like there's a little bit of just looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. The whole shebang there. So just getting things dialed in and settled in place here. Could have been emergency restroom break maybe, or maybe they left the oven on, had to go take care of that real quick. I've been there. Been there. Mid-throw. Oh, no, I forgot about the casserole.
Ah, here we go. Okay. I was getting concerned there for a minute.
Approaching this board say here, I wouldn't move off these 20s until I hit at least the 4. You can see first dart starts downstairs. You have an X on your 20s, and you do hit the last dart trip, so there we go. It ends up paying off there. But it's a big risk when you shoot it in that order, because if he didn't trip that last dart 20, it makes Peter's shot even harder. And Peter is a good shot, someone that we've seen before on some of our feeds. 20's going away here. And there needed the last dart single to regain the point lead, but I would still say that's a good turn there for Peter.
Kessler attacking the 18s. Gets the triple and taking a look and goes for the double 19 for the close. Great hit for Kessler.
He can do better. Oh, some more raffle winners. If you're a part of any of the raffles in NDA Team Dart, now is the time to go harass Don. Yeah, getting close there. Just 3 big singles for the Black Saddle team. Yeah, good close there. But didn't grab any points on the board, so they're playing this a little tight, a little close for comfort. Peter holds up the fist bump and got left hanging. He's like, oh, okay. There's some ban the bump contingents out here as well.
Ban the bump, of course.
Ban the bump.
There's always that person, right?
I will say, coming from a little bit of a steel tip background, although a lot of soft tip experience, man, beginning and end of match. That's it. Really good round, maybe. Too many fist bumps. Kessler gets a 7 mark, though. He said, fist bump this. Brandon's going to just try to defend by getting some 16s on the board here. He needs to get a lot of them. Unfortunately, not going to find any of them, potentially. Does get a trip on the last. Bring it back within 52 points. Florida math at its finest, by the way. And I do like going around there and just grabbing the 15s instead. Getting that secondary number. It doesn't, because it was tripped, it does not leave the 9 mark here at all. So all you can do if you're Peter is just basically get as many 16s as you can and hope your partner gets a shot for the 18-15. One trip here will get the point lead. Doesn't find it, though. Going high on that last dart.
So last minute stepping in here with the advantage. Go ahead and close out the 16s. Just need 2.
Yeah, just need 2 16s. No, sorry, someone in the comments was making me laugh. Personally been victimized by players on both of these teams, says Conrad. It just made me laugh. Sorry about that. I was laughing at you, Will.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, what you chuckling at over there?
I make it known when I'm laughing at you, Will. Oh, and look at that. Just getting it done there, by the way. 5-5 and a 4-0.
Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and do this one. We'll hop on over to board number 2.
Which will be Cobra Kai and Half Baked. Duking it out over here. Ohio versus North Dakota. Is this still the first leg? Do you know?
I don't know. We're going to find that out.
this is a pretty good scenario here for Cobro. How about 3 bulls? And so Will's going to confirm that scoreline for us real quick. Well, I can tell you, Cobro about to get 1.
Not quite yet.
Not entirely out of it. It would just require perfection and a couple of assisted rounds from the other side, right? But 1 bull needed now. Maximus going to maximize this opportunity. Looking at it, visualizing, seeing, and almost finding.
Yep, first leg of action here.
Just trying to get the 1 bull. He's kind of shaking his head. There's no game shot for the opponent. You can still attack this. Oh, but not quite yet. You can see the head grab there. Not happy with that visit to the board. Double bull in the last does add a dart to this throw. So a single on the points and a single on the bull.
See if it's set in stone or not. With Jack stepping in.
Yeah, they're just having a little trouble here getting across the tail end, right?
Right.
Has to be careful. It's going to probably, try to grab the points here. Needs to grab at least a single here. And left a game shot. All 3 missed. This would be monumental for Half-Baked if they can steal this. Double 20, trip 17, trip 16. And that first dart was just well off the margin. He's not happy with it. Try to add a bull. Doesn't do that either. Back-to-back missed opportunities for both teams now.
Yeah, difficult stuff there to open up round number 4 of this round robin.
Yeah, when you're in round 4 of 5, right? I mean, at this point you have to imagine, all right, this is kind of where my game has been at today, and you're kind of a little bit more settled in, but also maybe a little bit more frustrated if it hasn't been going well.
Once again, thank you to all of our viewers joining us today and throughout our coverage here at NDA Team Dart. NDAdarts.com has you covered with information on how to get involved in this for next year.
NDADARTS.com. Didn't spell it wrong that time.
Last night you certainly did.
You guys, sleep exhaustion's a real thing, by the way.
I'm going to go ahead and head on over to board number F3.
It's my favorite number, F.
As it looks like last minutes is potentially gaining the advantage here.
Yeah, I mean, looking out of the teams we saw so far this has been the most impressive one.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
So far, last minute's been pretty impressive, and they got a good team. That's been on Damien Lofton and Kenny Tang and Brandon Kessler. That's solid.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is.
And admittedly, we don't know much about Dole, but I'm sure we'll find out. Olivia Terry joining us. I'm sure she'll enjoy that little blimp for her.
We love some OT.
AKA Coffee Black is what I call her.
We love some OT in there. Overtime, Olivia Terry. I've been trying to work on that nickname for her.
Overtime?
No one can decide on the nickname. Everyone likes a different one because everyone in chat, whenever she's playing, is OT, OT. So I was thinking overtime, Terry.
No.
It has a ring to it.
No.
I think so. Guys, I should really return all those shirts I printed for that.
They're not going to sell. What do I do?
Yeah. It's like when they make the Super Bowl merchandise for the team that didn't win. You see it all on sale after. Kenny Tang getting that one there. Hat trick to make it a 3-0 lead for last minute versus Black Saddle here in this one. And they're just going to take a quick moment, jot down those stats as they continue to move along here. So now, how is Black Saddle going to handle this adversity, right? I mean, Brayden here is going to really want to try to open up with something big.
Let's go ahead and keep it right here.
Good firing in there for Pineapple Dole. I just got his jersey. That makes sense. Actually, that's kind of funny. I didn't even put it together. Last name Dole, nickname Pineapple. I do want to say, guys, if you see Will Stewart commenting on any of your posts, ignore him. He's been hacked. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Damien here. Does not find the last start into the trip there. He really wanted to try to kick it through the uprights. Gotta love our convention carpets. Did you see that in the chat there? Oh, that's not going to be the turn that Black Saddle needed there. They really kind of wanted to punish that and play pretty hard there.
Black Saddle needs to get on the board here, and this is their opportunity. Go ahead and try to take advantage here, Tony.
What's Davey going to do with this? He's attacking.
He's attacking, and why wouldn't he?
Oh, and that might be why you have to be careful if you're going to do that. Oh, boy, that could potentially hurt a lot. But it's up to Brandon to make that one really punish. It's not going to hurt too much there. So single 20 and the rest of the 19s here is going to be the approach.
Yeah, go ahead and close out those 20s for sure. Get rid of that wedge. Does exactly that. 11-point advantage to last minute here.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the bare minimum of what you would want from that turn, right? You get the close, get the point lead. Oh, good find there. And stays on it for a 7 mark. How about that from Black Saddle?
Big hit there for Black Saddle. They need every bit of that.
Damien finds the 5 to answer.
If I recall, that Black Saddle team did make it out of their initial round robin day 1 for 0-1.
For the 0-1 team. I do like the split there between the 0-1 team to cricket team event rather than kind of having a mixed format that's slightly elongated, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah. I think you split it up for sure, and it gives you that morning action.
Exactly. Although the only benefit of doing the team event with a mixed format is trying to set your lineup properly for who has the better game, maybe who's hitting at 1 better than that. There's some stuff that can happen there, but I think overall it just really highlights how well these players approach or don't approach these different games.
Only 2 unfortunate darts there. Only a 17 for him, so last minute out in front again, looking for the 4-0 advantage here.
Oh, but Lofton needed loftier ambitions on that one.
That was terrible, Nick.
That was pretty rough. I kind of forced that one in.
Yeah, you definitely forced that one.
All right. Taking notes, guys. I'm taking notes as I go. So far, never try to grow facial hair around Will. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, he offers to pay in fruit snacks instead of money. I didn't know I was getting money in the first place. And third, I'm not funny. Or if I am, it's funny peculiar, not funny haha.
Funny to look at, mainly. Kidding. This is a radical board, for those that are wondering. We don't say that enough, the different boards. So we have a radical board here. Right next to this one on board F2 is a Phoenix dartboard, and then we have an Arachnid G3 Fireboard on our F1 streaming side. So
yeah, a lot of people,
full spread.
A lot of people have been asking about the different boards and the differences between all of them. And there is really pros and cons to each one. I know some of the people in chat have been a little hard on the radical board. Let me tell you, at least for me playing on it, I always have liked that board just because of that face feels so out in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
It makes everything seem closer even though it isn't. It's still 8 feet away, right? But that's always how I felt. I personally don't mind if my darts don't stick usually. In soft tip, I should say.
6 mark there from Damien. Black Saddle trying to make this interesting, but still down.
Yeah.
3 bulls and the 16s.
You can just tell,
needed.
like, it's not even just that last minute's playing particularly well. It's that Black Saddle's kind of struggling to find that stride that they want to be in.
Yep.
They haven't really quite got that momentum down the same way that last minute has. Which, if this truly is a last minute team put together, doing pretty good. Pretty good, I'd say.
Big trip 16 to get him in front. How about another? Good 6. Oh, my. Oh, Damien Lofton there. Closes out those 16s on a double. Good 5.
It challenges here, right? It says, Brandon, hit the 6 mark or lose the leg. That's really kind of how it feels, at least. Even whether that's true or not, we'll have yet to see. Oh, this might go. You can see everyone there watching so intently on this one. Oh, and it gets away from him there. You can see Damien gives the big head nod there. Dole going to be coming up here. And I don't see him really getting off the 15s. And getting a double bull, so he does end up getting off there. But for good reason, he had that double in his heart, and he found it and executed well.
There we go. A lot to ask for here if you're Black Saddle. Yeah, once again, just hasn't really gone their way here so far.
And that's sometimes just how it goes, and you just need a spark sometimes.
Yeah.
Just the slightest little change can really make the biggest waves.
Yeah, makes the switch to the 15s.
Yeah, making sure outshots are relatively out of reach. Although there is one available here. Would be double-double. Not going to go. But can he put some pressure? Oh, my goodness. One more of those. Wait a second. Oh, does he regain the point lead? So adds a little bit more intrigue to this. Again, just getting this, stealing one leg away could sometimes be all it takes.
Yeah.
But you imagine the 2 mark goes. And it does.
Yeah, there we go.
4-0 lead for last minute.
Wow. Dominant performance from last minute. And this could be your, I mean, it's a gutsy bold statement.
Say it.
But this could be your team that wins this title here
I
in
can
the
see
last
that.
minute.
Out of what we've seen so far, I would agree with that. But, of course, there's a lot more teams in level 1 than we will get a chance to see today, as there's so many round-robin pods going on here.
We're just going to take a peek, see where we're at in this match real quick, because that one's pretty much set in stone. 4-0 is going to be
I feel
a
like
victory.
we're going to let that one ride out. So looking at here, again, this is Half-Baked and Cobra Kai. Just a reminder, Cobra Kai is going to be Calvin Edwards, Cody Heiselman, Frankie Burgard, and Justin Green. And Half-Baked on the other side, Brandon Robinson, C.K. Miller, Mark Miller Jr., and Rich Wintersoul.
All right, I'm going to take this opportunity to mute Nick's mic forever. William Stewart here. Cobra Kai 2-0 over Half-Baked as we'll get back underway here with our action. Nick has decided to take the rest of the afternoon off. He's going to be taking a nap here underneath the table. So now we'll do the soothing voice here of William Stewart. Little ASMR opportunities here. No, I can't do it. I can't. That's too awkward. I can't do it. All right, here we go. Back underway. I'll go ahead and turn him back up and let him talk.
Welcome to Will Stewart After Dark.
No, we're not doing that. We are not doing that.
Someone say my voice is sounding a little rough. It always sounds a little rough, just different kinds of rough. It either is ear-piercingly high-pitched or now a little scraggly.
I think next year we're definitely going to have some German commentators, and they'll fill in for us every once in a while on the American front.
Yeah, we'll just make them do both.
Yeah.
Wait a second, that's a good idea.
Have about four of us to kind of spring in some different thoughts every now and then. But Cobra Kai, they're playing well here. This is leg number 3, looking for the 3-0 advantage, and if we get to that point, we may hop on over to board F1 because so far what we've seen is not really some great back and forth tussles. It's been one team affair, you know.
Yeah, we've so far seen a 4-1 for the Bounty Hunters, a 5-0 for Cobra Kai, and now potentially a 3-0 lead right here. And then on top of that, a 4-0 lead for last minute. We've been seeing a lot of that one, a lot of that, and a lot of that. Sometimes I get stuck. I just keep going.
And you just turn into a robot and just continue on, huh?
Beep, beep, boop, boop, boop.
Even just 2 big 15s will work. There you go.
Yeah, you can see it's probably one of the only dart players with the last name Green that can throw. No, I'm just kidding. Megan Green can throw. I should stop that real quick. Gets one bull, throws up the hands, and a little bit of frustration here. You expect Frankie to go ahead and attack right at this, get a couple in there, maybe all three. What does he have in store for us? Checking the equipment, analyzing the data. And they don't teach that at the academy, as he unfortunately is not able to find much there. But inconsequential with how big their lead is. And that's one of the things you'll see, right? Some of the players that do best are you don't necessarily always have to finish strong in cricket. You can put yourself in such an advantageous position as long as you don't completely give it away. It'll give you time to get across that finish line, right? They have 3 houses up and numbers. The amount of darts that takes to close is just a lot.
So 3 needed to grab this win for the 3-0 advantage.
Still struggling to find it, but man, does he miss good. Getting a 2 mark on the points there as some extra credit. Kind of having a little bit of a laugh about it. You guys saying, you didn't point on us enough there? Is he falling out into the numbers? You can see handshakes on the other board. I assume last minute just got that one finished up over there 5 straight. Throwing his hands up again in frustration. He said, come on, give it to us. Rocking those Buckeye shirts. Got some Ohio representation there. Hopefully repping some 614 in other regions of Ohio. Whoa. For a trip 20 there. I don't think that was entirely necessary. Just need 3 bulls.
Yeah, putting this kind of well without a reaching distance, so.
I think they're laughing about it because I think he's like, I needed to get it for the confidence, I think something along the lines of what he said over there. He needed that one for the confidence. So Jack here, trying to get this.
One bull to win. Still can't put it away.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we have seen from a lot of these teams is the bullseyes just haven't been as sharp. I think they're all burnt out from throwing them from the couple days of 01, and that's why they're all. You'll notice that there's a lot of people who'll be like, oh, thank God we're done playing 01, we can play cricket, and then by the time cricket's over, they'll be like, oh man, I wish I was playing 01. You can hear, come on, Frankie in the crowd there saying, come on, get us across the line here. One bull, my friend. He's not happy with those darts at all.
Look like that radical F3 board is finished. So they did pull off the win there.
They did. In pretty quick fashion.
Yeah, that was pretty dang quick indeed. We should be starting our 5th and last round of today's coverage, or morning coverage, I should say.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got more in store for you. Oh, man, it really does feel so refreshing, though. Us getting a good night's rest here, it makes me really excited. Every day I'm excited to be bringing coverage, and, well, I love doing what we do. But doing it while we're also not losing our minds trying to stay awake is super nice because I'm pretty sure I've hit quadruple the recommended limit of caffeine every day.
Always seems like you have to keep up somehow, right?
And that's it.
That should put it away. And there is the bull.
Yeah, so that's going to be a 3-0 lead for Cobra Kai. So currently we've seen him win 8 straight legs on the stream today. They have not dropped one yet.
Great stuff. We're going to go ahead and pop on over to this one for just a second between the dart shop. Why not at least give them a little bit of love here?
Why not? So this is going to be Slow Down Valley Cats going up against Hammer Time. Yeah, a little bit of struggle on this initial open here. Now we did see Slow Down Valley Cats. They were the team that did get 5-0'd. So Slow Down Valley Cats here. It's going to be James Ruiz, Lawrence Willis, Nectali Rivera, and Steve Kramer. And then Hammer Time. Boom, 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 boom. It's going to be Kevin Winters, Matt Smith, and Sean Benevet, and Tom Raub. So that's going to be your teams there. Do see a 5 mark getting on the board. So trying to give himself a little amp up there, a little fist pump walking up to the board. And those 19s with a big old 7 mark to get things going. You can see the Valley Cats just trying to continue with the momentum. 20s were a little evasive, but they have been found with a big trip 20 on the last start there. See, someone just like walked right into the pipe and drape and almost knocked down our whole curtain. They would have seen us behind the tent. And that's awkward because I'm not wearing any pants back here. That's not true. I am wearing pants. Black slacks. Keep it classy. So here we go. Let's see what is happening here. Try and find another trip 20. I do like the more conservative style of play here. Not taking too many unnecessary risks in this one. Nicole B saying here for Hammer Time. Yeah, this is a little bit of a back and forth affair early on in this leg, as well as getting the score line out there for us. You know, we do have a lot of palm trees in Florida. It looks like it's 2-1 here. Slow Down Valley Cats up 2-1. And currently, if they can defend these 20s, might be up 3-1. We'll see. You can see took the shot downstairs. I think after that first start, you stay and find some more points. It was a good spot to be in there.
Sorry about that. Conversing about something in the dart hall here. Every once in a while, you got to do that one.
Absolutely.
We'll get this scoreboard situated here.
So Valley Cats now lost their 20 real estate, and you can see they want to try to contest these 18s. They will contest these 18s. One more at least. At least one more single to try to defend it before getting it closed around, knowing that the X is on it. It's going to go away. And some will say, well, why would you try to close that number? They already have the X. Well, that's because that makes that X not as impactful as it could be if they end up tripping on the close or anything else like that. So I don't mind heading in contesting those territories like that, especially when an opening like that happens where there's only one mark on the 19s. Makes this a little bit more interesting as Hammer Time going to feel like they kind of gave a little bit of a let in here for Slow Down Valley Cats. Wants one more trip. will get a single, though. So getting some grounds. 48-point difference here, meaning one trip. We're getting the point lead back. Going right those 18s there. Made the decision, so if you're going to throw it, you probably are committed to it. Does get it on the second dart. But that means you have to trip on this last dart if you want to regain the point lead. You didn't. So now it's an opportunity here. I would prefer, honestly, in this situation, the way things are going in Valley Cats, I think they need to take some aggressive risks. I would probably prefer them to kind of attack this hard. Going at the 17s, though, playing in the more traditional route, getting the close on the 17s before taking a look at the 19s. The only reason I say that is just because maybe getting the close on the 19s there, we haven't seen the best of the best at this current league from Hammer Time, and you might kind of want them to feel the pressure here.
Oh, just outside from a big turn there.
Yeah, and that's why I almost wanted to see the close there. And I don't normally call for a shot like that, but in a team event like this, I think it's a little bit different on some of your shot selections. We'll see, though. It only matters if they don't hit a bunch of 17s here, and they very well could. Regain the point lead, though. So we're back to another battle, 17s versus 19s now, as we were in that 2019 battle for a while earlier. Oh, my.
Take your shot. Take your shot.
What a shot there.
Big 9 mark on the board for Hammer Time.
Yeah. Valley Cat's not going to be happy with this game state. It just is as easy as that, right? You just got to hit 9 marks, and it changes how things work sometimes. So just, if you take a lesson away from today, go hit 9 marks. Great, fellow. Foolproof strategy, huh? Two marks there on the 15. Was just trying to get the close there to get that second number online. 16s are available for grabs. See, they already have the mark on it. Finds the trip. It's a good spot. I don't think it's particular. He feels like it's blocking a little bit. I believe this gentleman, when we were watching him earlier, he likes to move around the line a lot. And there's pros and cons to doing that. See if there's pros here, though. Seems like he did find the right line, finding a 7 mark there. Get himself back into the fray. You can see the one more time Skybox team kind of watching the background here, seeing how this match is developing.
Yeah, there's a few onlookers as there's one on the other side as well, taking a peek at the other matchup. I want to see kind of where this is settling in to be.
Five mark there.
As we can pretty much guarantee Cobra Kai is going to be in the next round.
Yeah, exactly. We can kind of definitively say that one, right? I mean, we don't know the math from the other ones that we haven't watched, but if you 5-0 a team and then you start off 3-0 on the next one, 8 straight legs in this format is pretty big. So it means you must be doing it to others as well. You'd presume, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get some bulls on the board. You can't really take a look at the 19s in this given state here until you get a little bit closer in range. That's a big double. Does make things more interesting here. Gets it 3-3 on the bulls, but knowing that they have the 19s, I wouldn't be surprised if they throw a couple trips in there.
You should be able to put this away. Big 9 mark last go around. That's a confidence boost.
Now might want to consider the move to the 19s. Definitely would want to consider the mid to 19s, right? You would have to. Single 19 adds a bull. Doesn't hit that. Going well into the 16 there.
Yeah.
Double bull, single bull, trip 19 is the shot. It's a big shot.
It can go, though.
It can go.
That's all you need, a little bit of boost, a little bit of confidence boost.
And I don't necessarily mind starting at the 19s there, but with the one bull on it, you're basically gambling on them missing one dart, or not hitting the one dart needed for the win.
Dominic saying, wish I could have made it to Vegas this year. Looks like my next big event will be Shark Tank or TOC in October. Well, we will be at both those, so looking forward to seeing you, Dominic. Whatever one you should choose. Hammer time. This is 2-2.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
It is 2-2. You are not mistaken.
That
Dominic?
big high five kind of made me think, oh, maybe there's the last leg, but you never know.
No, there should be 2-2 there because it was only 2 on 2. The last leg is where all 4 will participate.
Exactly. But I believe we'll keep it right here. I think Cobra Kai, yeah, they're about to finish up on that leg right now.
Oh, Will Stewart on the counter for the yawns, by the way. Just want to point that out, everybody.
That wasn't me. By the time we switch on over, that leg will be over. So, yeah, we might as well go ahead and just keep her right here. That's a bad average. Just 414, 4-0.
Jason Watt in the chat.
Is that Jim Long? Yes, that is right. That is Jim Long. That's Jim Long's brother, actually.
That's funny stuff. Oh, BDG, how you doing, my guy?
That is Tim Short, actually.
That's good. All right, that's some of your better work. What's even funnier is while you were saying that, I looked over on one of your screens. There was a can of beans on there.
Yeah, right.
There was a lot going on with that delivery that really kind of tickled my brain, I'm not going to lie.
Tim Short. That is Tim Short.
Oh, boy. We are losing our minds, aren't we?
Yeah, we are slowly but surely losing our minds. Well, level 1A, last leg here in our round number 4.
Let's see how this one finishes up. I don't know. Obviously, this is our first time in this pod seeing Hammer Time as we get 7 mark there from Valley Cats. But slow down, Valley Cats. They were the ones that received that 5-0 loss to Cobra Kai. You would have to imagine every leg here is needed for them. I'm curious how that is going for Hammer Time on their end of this. Well, your delivery is so good, I think you got him believing it. It is not Tim Short. It's Tim Medium.
It's Tim no, I can't do it. I was thinking about it, and I can't do it now. Nope. Can't wait to see any Star City teams on any stream. Well, I mean, we've had Star City team on there taking a third place finish? No, second place finish.
Second place
in
finish.
The Team 01 event.
Yeah, they did really well, and of course some of the players have been doing some good jobs here. Someone said the other day, up until the finals of last night, I would agree with this. Ram Gavar being one of the most consistent players that we've seen from Star City so far, until LG, of course, ends up winning last night in the Elite Finals.
Gosh, I gotta take a picture of this guy. I really gotta go up and take a picture with him.
Yeah, you should.
And be like, Jim, good to see you. Put that on Facebook. Always good to see the gentleman.
That's funny stuff. Trying to just get settled in here. You can see he's taking that extra time for the composure, staying up to find a 7 mark on the 18s there. Really wants to make sure, hey, we're going to have firm control of this last leg here. We really want it. And again, I don't really mind that. You know that every leg's so important. And sometimes it can be demoralizing for the other team to see someone score up on you like that. And that's fine. Demoralize away. Because it's, if not you, then it will be done to you.
6 mark there for Hammer Time. Boy, is the pressure on here for these teams want to come out with the victory in this round robin matchup, I should say.
17s are closed away here, so down to just the corner pockets of this one. Some psychological warfare absolutely necessary in darts, as long as it's done in a way that's also respectful to sportsmanship. So now to the 16s and 15s. Not going to find either, it looks like, so going back up. No, he did stay there. Having the confidence of the point lead plus 2 numbers, I do agree that that's a fine stay. Unfortunately, just a single, though.
Hammer time has a little work to do here. There's no denying that.
Time to hammer.
Hammer time.
Can't touch this.
Should at least give it the. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I did that earlier. I didn't want to double down on it because every time I sing,
it's bad, Nick.
Yeah.
It is very bad.
It is
Kindergarten choir-esque.
It truly is atrocious, and I'm okay with that.
I think what was even more impressive was your terrible dance skills last night. That
when Leonard Gates calls you a bad dancer,
Virginia and Leonard were like, "What are you doing, Will? Show this guy what to do." They even pointed at me and said, "Will knows how to dance way more than you do. At least he's on beat."
I wasn't allowed to watch Footloose growing up. That's why.
Oh my gosh. Kevin, why does the boards not show averages? So they don't show averages as they go, and this is the reason why. Because when you give an average, you can give someone something to kind of skew off of. So they leave that at the end for you to mark down, and then you have that information for later. So they block those averages so somebody can't be like, okay, I need to be around this point.
Yeah, it's a leveled event.
Yeah.
You have to remember this is a leveled event, and that's why. So it's better just by default to have it off. And also, let's be honest, for some of the players, I know there's some players that are a little bit more anxious than individuals that will look at that number and start psyching themselves out even more too, which is another factor.
Yes, sir. Looks like our good friends Bounty Hunters, the B&B boys, will be back on F3, so we'll be featuring some of that. Now, Roy and Bull God from B&B, they're playing on another team.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, so they're out there in the hall somewhere.
Trying to split it all up, get the gang in different teams there. I like it.
Well, they got a lot of people that join in on those streams and help them out and whatnot, so.
Just trying to find the bulls.
Yeah, Tim Short trying to find those bulls. Not quite long enough for that one.
But when I do it.
Oh, but you do it repetitively. I sprinkle it in like a little.
Whoa. You're saying that you do it in a more tasteful manner than me? That's fair. You don't have this mustache. Slow down, Valley Cats. Do get it there. 3-2.
They pull off the win. Now we will go ahead and see. It looks like their last league decider on Cobra Kai, which is interesting. I figured they would be done and dusted. But just taking a little bit more time. That's okay.
That is A-okay.
Big 7 mark there. I'll get a score line here, but I'm thinking 4-0 or 3-1.
It could be. I mean, that's the way things would be shaping up. But let's see here. How about a 3 in the bed there on the 19s? Good stuff there for Team Half Baked. Ohio team finding big. So now Jack going to go up to these 20s here. I would like him to stay till he finds a 4. The reason I say that is because a 2 mark, just getting a 6-point lead, just won't feel like enough to be able to attack those 19s without having a risk of losing your own number there. That's a good way to also kind of just think about when to shoot at close or not, especially in varying levels. A good default strategy is, okay, you know what? If I go for the close, I'm only up by less than 10 points here. It may or may not be advantageous knowing that my opponent only needs a 4 mark to regain that same level of which they were just at.
Thinking 3-1 here for this score line.
3-1. So Cobra Kai did drop a leg. They after winning 5 straight, or 8 straight.
There was something along that lines. They were.
5-0
Who knows
and
what
then
they did
3 straight
before?
there. Yeah.
Who knows what they did before? It could be.
Could be a million straight.
Get out of here. What's the cap on this division? Asked Scott. I don't know if you went over that or not, but we're not quite sure the breakdowns on those.
Yeah, exactly. There's no hard caps in place, right?
Yeah.
It is a leveled event based off the signups in total. The only thing that is a certainty is if you're in level 1 automatically. If one of your players is considered a master, if you have 2 or more, you're automatically into the Masters division.
Okay, there you go. That's good to know. Hey, how about this viewpoint? Look at this. We're getting the Dart in view just because of where he stands and where our camera perspective is and how tall he is.
Awesome.
It's not that his head's in view. It's just his head's slightly in view, but it's kind of a cool motion getting to see that release.
Yeah, honestly.
Every once in a while that plays out to be very nice.
These 2 teams are from Ohio for Half Baked and North Dakota for Cobra Kai. Keep getting me with that one. Keep getting me.
Maximus does take his time during the middle to set up and make sure his fingers are where he wants them every time. But it clearly works. Had a nice 7 mark last time. Looking for the same here. Gets the same here. What a 7.
Oh, man. Find those strip 19s. Last go, I believe that he was up. He hit a 3 in the bet on him.
Yeah, Gerwin Price playing well here. Oh, the headset.
Oh, okay.
It confused me there.
You know what? It happens. They honestly, very similar. Very similar. Jack trying to just find some 20s here. Now I'm going to take a look. And you can see he pulls it there.
Kevin saying, we are the original Cobra Kai. This is Cobro Kai,
Yeah.
Kevin. Cobro
Yeah.
Kai.
Yeah,
I like that.
Because they're a bunch of bros. You know?
I like it.
A bunch of guys being dudes.
I like it. We had a double take, too, and I saw that. And I mean, you see it and rattle off Cobra Kai, but the double take. Oh, unfortunate round there for Half-Baked.
Yeah, we're going to see how this changes. I will say the Freebirds currently playing on the speakers in the hall, and I feel like if you approach the line right as the guitar solo starts, it has to be a good omen. Guitar Hero 2, everybody, one of the best solos of all time.
Yep, gone.
Oh. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I gotta love those. I was impressed with your profile. No, you weren't. You were just trying to get my credit card information. Don't be doing that, folks.
Is that why they're messaging me?
Don't be falling for
I
those
thought they
tricky
meant
ones. Any link we try to provide you is going to be brought to you from USA Darts, or the National Dart Association, Eagle Eye Sports, one of those 3.
Exactly. So always just make sure to be careful about the links in the comments in the chat. And just, if you don't know a stranger, just be careful. Stranger danger. You know, that's simple enough, right? Taking a look at that. You can see that Dart actually has a pretty direct line, all things considered. He doesn't really throw it with much of an arc, and with that cool top angle, you kind of get the full view of it. It really just kind of has more of a direct line. It still has that little arc. We can tell he has a very firm release point, and he doesn't really tip the dart up too much.
Looks like that round number 5 is getting underway for the B&B crew, that Bounty Hunter team. Who are they playing? Division 1B.
The Bounty Hunters are going to be playing
Mile High Ton.
Mile High Ton.
There you go.
Colorado team there.
Yeah, I figured with the Mile High, that was going to be Colorado for sure.
I guess I could have put 2 and 2 together there, huh?
You think?
No, I haven't yet.
You probably would have went for the more half-baked reference on that one, huh? Mile High. You're welcome. There you go.
You're feeling it today.
That was pretty good. I'm feeling it. I'm on top of it today.
Yeah, this is.
See what a couple extra Z's will do for you.
Really doesn't make a big
I got
difference.
no sleep 2 nights ago, so that's good that we're back on top of it here. We about had to tag someone else in.
Yeah, we were considering our options there, and we looked at our options and said, nah. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Jen, we were like, no, thank you, Jen.
She's always fun to hang out with over there at the Magic Wear booth doing her thing with Tori there as well.
Yeah, I want to know the score. That just started. That's round number 5. This is round 4, so they just got underway on board F5 or F3. We'll jump on over after this one.
You can see there, 18's close, points regained there. Cobra Kai going to have to find a new number to find. Yeah, just closing the last dart there. Wasn't able to find on the first 2. If you have 1 dart in hands and you don't feel like you're going to find that triple, getting that close there is not necessarily a bad idea. But it basically says half-baked, here you go. If you can hit this 3-mark close and a couple extras, you're going to be feeling good. Oh, goes over to the 15 there. I think that was a little bit of a drive-by. I honestly think, yeah, I don't know if I agree with it. The first dart missed by 2 into the 15s, but their only goal was to close a number. Take advantage of that mark. Might as well just close that one and then take a shot at the 17 there. Instead, they only have 1 mark on the 15, 1 mark on the 17. I don't necessarily love that situation. Now the 17s are going to go to Cody here. But now with the mark on the 15 in the back pocket, imagine 2 17s in a trip 15 or vice versa, trip 15 before heading 2 17s. Yeah, they're going to play it aggressive. Now over to the 15 there. Just hits a single last there. He's not happy with it, not tripping. Looking for a 9 mark here. Trip 16, trip 16, trip 15. We grab both houses plus the point lead.
See what Maximus can do here. Really takes his time with this setup. But it seems to work for him.
A very, very methodical player.
How about the attack on the 15s here with 2 marks on the board for half-baked?
I personally love shooting that. I love contesting numbers.
I don't think that's a smart idea.
In this scenario, that's exactly right. In this scenario, I don't think I like it here. And normally, I do incorporate a lot of that into my strategy of contesting marks, basically making people waste their single marks from earlier. But it only works if you hit it. If you don't, it just hurts even more. Because now he effectively wasted 2 marks, knowing that they're going to go up here, hit a single 15, and then go over and trip a 16, or at least attempt to. All right, since we got the big headphones, everyone tell us what music they're listening to in chat.
He's definitely jamming to something here.
It's not us. We know that much.
Well, he closes out the 15s and capitalizes on the 16s. One step closer to another leg for Half Baked.
Yeah, fighting hard in this one. Just 2 bowls there for Cobra Kai. They kind of know with this given board state that this one's going to be a 3-2 win for themselves, but Half Baked will probably get this leg on the board for them. Composure before execution. Stefan, I would imagine most of the German teams are going to be in the Masters division, which is we're going to be covering them later on.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
Yeah, they're in their regular round robin right now, and they usually put the level 1 over here just as a nice little switch before we go to Masters tomorrow. So
yeah, I'm sure that they're doing pretty good over there, all things considered.
I got DSOB 4 and DSOB ladies in the mix as well.
Ooh.
I forgot it's a team event, so yeah, they do that.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so you got DSOB 4, DSOB ladies on round 1 Masters, or Masters A, sorry. Masters B is DSOB 3.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them in the mix.
DSOB 1 is in that's a brutal bracket.
Star City.
Guys,
oh my God.
Star City is in the same bracket as Team Kenny, so that's Kenny Doyle, the Florida guys.
The Florida guys, yeah.
DSOB 1, which is Nico Kurz and those gentlemen. Milwaukee Monsters Bullshooters, which is Garrett Rakowski and Steve Hilger. And then you've got MLAAHH, which I feel sorry for these guys. Colton Mitchell, Dakota Brunell, Ryan Connor, and Wes Moe, who know, I'm just going to say it, have no chance. That is a brutal bracket.
That is a brutal bod.
Oh, my goodness. DSOB 2 is in Cricket Group D, and they got the Nodak natives in there of Dimry Lawrence, Linus Wallette, Marcus Lawrence, and Travis Udiser.
That's I have that guy's jersey.
It's a good one.
Thank you, Dimry.
Oh, they also got Out on Patrol, which is Benny Durst, Darren Auckland, Leroy Wozniak, Mary Brand, and Tim Kadak. So, yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff.
Ooh, and the 605 crew, the South Dakota. That's another good group. So, yeah, Masters looking very tasty this year on teams. When will that bracket be played? That bracket is being played right now on other boards. So
remember, it's 2-stage, right? You have the round robin and then the next day. That's not played in the same day. So we're letting that round robin play there. We're going to cover them in full tomorrow with the actual play out. So, of course, that means we're losing half the teams. But, of course, with the round robin style, we only get a handful of peaks anyways.
And that bracket will begin at 10 a.m. tomorrow for those first round matches. Now, we will kick in gear at 12, so probably with your king seat matches, and then 5th, 6th is where we'll jump in. So that'll be about 3-4 hours of coverage for you tomorrow. 4. I can guarantee it's going to be 4-5 hours possibly for the Masters Team Cricket. Just how long that event kind of takes to get everybody situated at the board and whatnot.
Absolutely.
And only 8 teams will make that bracket.
And that's insane knowing how many good teams there are. I mean, looking at that one brutal pod that you were reading off there, I mean, that's a tough spot to be in, all things considered. Look at this fight back from Cobra Kai while we were kind of going through the Masters there. They fought all the way back into this. They were down 2 numbers going into the bowl and almost 90 points. Now down to needing 2 bowls versus 3. Sorry, 2 bowls versus 4. Oh, needs a double. Gets the double on that one there. So there we go. You can see Half-Baked does get that leg on the board.
Big shots. And we're going to head right on over to round number 5 here. It looks like they just concluded a leg. I didn't see which way it went, but we'll get that information as to who won what in just a moment. But we're back underway with more action here.
Yeah.
Non-stop it's been, pretty much.
Yeah, it has been nonstop, and that's how the round robin coverage is there's always going to be a match possibly playing. It's very rare that we get that small gap in between, other than the small little 5-minute window where maybe a bunch of teams finish at the same time. You can see one mark on the 20, one mark on the 19, one mark on the 18 going into this turn. Wasn't able to get those 19s closed. Now that could potentially hurt a lot, especially if these 19s get taken away. And they don't. So the opportunity handed back over to the Bounty Hunters here. This should be the second leg here, so they're going to try to figure out the exact score line of what's going on here. So some B&B boys back once again. Was looking to find the trip, just couldn't get in there, but it helps get a little bit of ground back. Expect the 19s to be deleted here. Ricky not going to mess any time with this one. Should attack him. Does do so. Back upstairs to try to find some more points. I do love the stay there. Trying to, again, always keep your opponent on the back pedal and really force them to answer you, right? You're trying to control your opponent, so you're trying to dictate what can and can't happen on the dartboard. On a good last start there, though. Mile High Ton getting that one.
Mile High Ton up by 1.
So there we go. So far, looking like they might go up by 2 with the way this leg's been going so far.
To the boys, don't stop digging enough. Oh, sorry.
Should be.
Can't beat a little.
Should be.
MJ. He's Mile High Ton.
I was more of a Prince guy, by the way.
A lot of people don't know. Do you know the background of Prince, really?
I mean, my dad's talked to me about it a fair amount, but obviously only in passing knowledge.
There's a lot more songs that Prince did than just what he released.
Yeah.
So a lot of major songs that were released by other artists were made by Prince.
Yeah.
So you go down that rabbit hole, and I guarantee you would never realize how many songs he actually made.
Yeah, and how talented he was, right? Someone was, I think it was Rolling Stone magazine, was interviewing Eric Clapton. Like, how does it feel to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, guitar player of all time? And he's like, I wouldn't know. Ask Prince.
Yeah,
was his answer.
Right.
So, anyways,
back to reality here. Good Prince talk.
Yeah. See, we finally related on. See, it's music I can hang. It's TV shows and movies. It gets a little froggy for me. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Bounty Hunters really not finding their stride so far in this one that we've seen. Not kind of playing as well as they were before. GMAC in the chat saying, not watched this before, only played on a standard board. What is the object? Yeah, so this is a cricket that you're going to be looking at here. So 20, 19, 18, 17, and 15, 16, and bullseyes will be your numbers there. You have to try to hit them 3 times to control the number. Each subsequent time you hit after will add more points to your score. If both teams hit the number 3 times, that number is closed and will be unavailable to score on for the rest of the game. You finish the game by closing every single number while having the most points available, or after 25 rounds, it just goes to whoever has the most points. Object of this, being a round robin, is to win as many games of cricket as you can, and then eventually the top half of the teams will get taken on into a playoff bracket that will be taking place on Wednesday. Hope that helps.
There you go.
And if not, Cali West Garage Darts. That's a great explanation of how to play cricket.
That's what I was about to say. Go ahead and go on over to Garage Darts. They'll will certainly help you. This is a 2-0 win here.
Yeah, starting off pretty good, all things considered. See, they're just writing down the averages here, getting ready for that next leg. You can see the range and averages, and as you can see some of these teams as they get close to the end of the round robin, you can hear loud roars and celebrations, knowing their position in these brackets. But looking at the B&B crew struggling a little bit with a 3-0 and a 1-2-5 versus a 3 and a 4. Here we go, Bounty Hunters. Let's see what they have in store for us in this leg. Nothing sandwich to start off.
Nothing sandwich.
Oh, the exact opposite. Wow. I am doing a good job today, guys. That is a something sandwich. Nothing burger. I always said nothing sandwich. A nothing burger just makes me sad. Good last start there, finding the trip 19. Getting some points on the board.
Good shot there indeed. Trying to put one on the board for Bounty Hunters.
Oh, but Ricky finding a 6 mark there. Pretty much saying, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and regain this control real quick. Let's get some points and get the big close. And with just a 3 mark close in the 18s, not really much momentum gained back. So the 18s are going to get attacked immediately. Well off the margins on it. Might want to consider switching on this last start. Yeah, it goes back to the points there. Grab a couple more. If you're not finding success with one thing, find success on another. That's how I approach dating. Thanks. All the love, Danny. All the love, buddy. Oh, but not to you, Sugar Shane. You can go back to wherever you just came from. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're having fun bringing coverage of. Oh my goodness, we're having fun bringing you coverage here of our round robin as Will Stewart exploded.
Yeah,
what was that? Was terrifying.
that caught me out of nowhere. That was almost as bad as Ryan Mooneyham's at Booyah Cup. He scared me. I thought he was dead. I was like, what's going on?
I just thought you exploded. I was like, oh, yeah, he needs to change his pants. I don't know.
I just saw something that was like, oh, that's funny. It just died. Just died.
Oh, we thank you guys all for tuning in. This is round 5 of the round robin here.
It may have been Sugar Shane Johnson tuning in.
That really does, just the allergic reaction to his presence.
And then, of course, Danny Baggish joins us here and
He has good taste.
immediately starts talking junk.
What are you talking? He complimented me. How's that talking junk? And here we go. Bounty Hunters getting themselves back into the fray in this meantime. Trip 18 will get that lead back. Sinking low. And going high. Yeah, he's not going to be happy with those darts. Ricky here. Gonna take his take a moment to compose. Coming right up. Going at those 18s. Can work his way in. Big old single on this last start. Gets the close there. 50-point advantage and still holding on to those 20s well. So what does the Viking have for us?
Just 1, 2, 3 punch. Gets the triple at the last. Good shot.
Yeah, good stuff there indeed.
Trying to just kind of get him out in front here, but not enough to do that.
They just haven't looked settled as they did in the previous match we saw them in. The previous match, they looked comfortable.
Yeah, not quite settled. You're right. You're right.
Like right here, I mean, you can see the lift of the hat there from Seagraves. You kind of just like taking a moment. You can look at the body language. It kind of tells you a part of the story here.
And part of that may be the thought of being on the stream too, but they need to think we're just in the basement at Roy's. We're just in the basement at Roy's.
Exactly.
We're playing in the B&B cave. You know, that's what they need to think. But it is a different. The reality is a different beast. I feel that way when I step into a live stream situation.
Absolutely.
It's just like, what?
The irony. When
what's going on?
You and I like get tighter whenever we're playing on a live stream because like, we're on here and everyone's going to judge and they're all watching. So it's ironic. We tell people not to worry. You don't worry about it. You're just playing like any other match. And then we go on and play in front of the cameras. We're like, we don't want to be here.
Yep. And I think they did say that for real. I kind of heard them mentioning that. Don't put that camera on us. Oh, it's on there, buddy. Don't you worry.
Well, that is one of the benefits of having the 3 boards. That was like they don't know if they're not on the stream usually.
They know.
Well, yeah. Well, now they know.
They know.
But for other players and other teams and other matches, like when there's multiple singles matches going on or something, it's nice because you're like, I might be on stream, maybe I'm not.
Yeah, I went out there just to get a score line, and he said, "Don't worry, my family's sending me pictures and stuff." So they know.
Yeah, we do love when you guys like a screenshot and let the players know or post on Facebook who you're supporting. But also, if it's your friend and you know your friend might get nervous on the opportunity for the live stream, maybe send it after. Maybe wait till the match is over. That's always funny, right? Just getting the notifications. Oh, no, what's going on here? Oh, last one gets kicked down there. 16's left open. Basically expect Viking here to try to find all 9 if he can. Jesse Johnson saying, live stream usually brings out a higher focus for me at least, and those are the players that can typically play the best. You know, there's certain, like if you look overseas, there's players that play great in those televised majors, and then there's some like absolutely cannot bring their best game, and they struggle to do so. It's the same idea. Some players just handle it better than others, and because darts are so mental, it really just comes down to stuff like that.
The 6 inches in between your ears is really a big thing. Let me tell you. Yours is more like 12. I know. Okay. Nothing in the middle there, Nick. No, that's a big factor. If you don't have the confidence, you're not going to play well. So it's a lot of those professional players have that confidence, have that mentality that I came here to do something, and it's just engraved. That's how they constantly beat it. They don't feel that pressure because they're so used to it. And yeah, they do. I will be honest, I've talked to a couple pros about it. Do you even experience butterflies in your nerves? And they said, oh, yeah, we do. Mm-hmm. We just experience it so often we know how to handle it.
Exactly.
And I was like, that's the key. Know how to handle it.
It's not that you don't feel it, because almost everyone does.
Yep.
It's about how you handle that adversary. Yep.
Yes.
Adversity.
Yes.
Thank you. Look at this. Bounty Hunters, by the way, completely coming back on the 15s here, and a huge 7 mark. It's a big dart there.
Just takes a few rounds to get it back in gear. So just needs the old bowls now. 1, 2, 3. Or the 15s, I guess.
He said, I'm not messing around no more.
He said, hi, hey, how you doing? I'm just going to do these 15s here.
One more time, how do you say that?
Say, hey, how you doing?
All right, perfect.
It's Wheezy F, baby. Oh, sorry. I was going to go the whole spiel if you wanted me to. But
please.
No.
Okay.
No.
Get her done. Bounty Hunters 3 bulls. Now they're going to attack it.
Yeah, you got to. Go ahead and take the win here. 1, 2, 3.
Boom.
And look at the celebration there. They said, we get one on the board.
Yeah, Dart eases in the background there. So 2-1 there.
We'll go ahead and do this number just to see what these boys are doing. Time to give them some love, and I know they're going to hate me for it, but boys, you need it. This guy, one more time for Skybox. Let's feature them just a hair here.
Yeah, here we go. This is Donnie Carpenter stepping up to the line here. Needing 2 bulls.
We'll get a score line.
Oh, Will's going to ask him for the score line. They're going to probably punch him. They'll be like, why are you asking, huh? Why are you asking? What's going on? I thought we weren't on the stream. So, yeah, that's going to be one more time for Skybox. It's going to be Chris DeBoard, Daryl, Richie, Donnie Carpenter, and Timmy Hahn on that one. Good friends of mine. Of course, all these players I have known well before I was ever involved in anything near Dart live streaming, and was obviously just friends with them and played in local tournaments. Daryl, of course, was the owner of Skybox Sports Bar, where we've done a lot of streams out of. I used to go to the local tournaments. That's actually the bar where Sean Green and I met and how he got connected with our live streams here with USA Darts. Oh, you can see the frustration here. Daryl needs to find these 2 bulls. He needs to find the 2 bulls. It is 0-0, and it's about to be 1-0 for the Valley Cats here. Kind of just taking this one away as you saw 6 missed darts for 2 bulls. Just needs 1. And gets the 1 there. So first leg going to the Valley Cats. See some fist bumps there. Will Stewart was on a stealth mission. I hope he was successful.
Yes, it was. Skybox didn't even know I was there.
There we go.
Well, we'll go ahead and go back to our matchup here.
Yeah, going back to the Bounty Hunters matchup. See what's going on with these guys.
Big Bill Henderson.
Taking this extra moment here, knowing that about 4 20s will be needed at least. No reference to the holiday that just passed.
Dog saying no Kevin Luke, Springer, Baggish. No Baggish, no Springer. Kevin Luke has been here this weekend, but I think he's been mainly playing at the Plaza.
Yeah, he has not played here. He was
okay, so he did just play at the Plaza.
Yeah, I did confirm that. I think he just came over here mostly to bother Will.
That too. That too.
Yeah, you'll see NDA attracts. Let's be honest. While there is an insanely high level of Masters players and international players, I would say NDA Team Dart is probably one of the more everyman tournaments. You know, it's about all the different levels, about all the different divisions, and that makes up obviously in most tournaments 90% of your audience. But
we have some quality talent. I mean, Kenny Doyle, Leonard Gates, big one.
Not to discredit
Jules Van Dongen, tour card holder. Spaniard, Jose Justica, who was played on the stage.
Yeah.
Nico Kurz. There's some talented people here.
Oh, yeah, and that's not me saying that there's not.
Yeah.
I would say more so just because of that the lower barrier to qualify for this event here lets a lot of people in because you only just need 96 games for an NDA-sanctioned league. NDAdarts.com to find out more about that. Banana bread at work, dude? I love that. Love that video.
We don't have a link for stats, but we do have a link for the brackets if you want to go check those out. It's pretty easy link for you. We'll go ahead and I can find my mouse. There we go. Throw that in the chat. There you go. Hall will start to vacate a little bit, so we'll start to get quieter and quieter in the background as we move along, because there should be a few hours of silence in the hall.
Yeah, you'll see it goes from completely packed to dead empty there for a while, and then to completely packed again. You know what has not been empty once, though, is that practice room.
Yeah.
There's always sometimes up to like 30, 40 people in there, and then even late at night when we're leaving here, like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, there's 7, 8, 9, 10 people in there.
So tonight, singles cricket coverage gets underway at 5 p.m. The Masters side of things will get underway at 8. So, I mean, honestly, depending on coverage, we may do the same thing we did last night and move it back to 9, depending on what happens.
Yeah.
But we will have a significant break before we come back.
And those breaks are important not only for Sandy, but also to make sure that everything is dialed in, and changes that we can't make first thing in the morning that we can make in the middle of the day, and interviewing with different people in the hall and talking with the different staff as well.
Last night's coverage did go to about 1 a.m., and that was an Elite and Masters bracket.
Well, the whole tournament basically, too, because they were all pretty much done by the same time we left.
And tonight's bracket, I'm going to guess 2:33 easily because of it being cricket.
Yes.
Same amount of players probably in each bracket. We'll see. We'll see.
Couldn't agree more, Will, as this has been a back-and-forth point battle here in this one, huh?
Yes, it has. It really has. Only 20s, 19s being worked on here. Edgar, yes, the Skybox team is on board number 2, which is right next to this one. We'll dabble into that one after this matchup because these guys are a couple legs in front.
Edgar being Ethan DeVera's uncle.
Oh, yeah. I met him at an event down there.
Yep, absolutely. Gets the close on the last start there for Bounty Hunters. Saying, you know what, that's enough of this point battle. Let's go ahead and mix it up here a little bit. I do want to go ahead and address this. From our hotel room, I have been looking at the sphere. And boy, is that it's interesting because sometimes it looks really cool and they have these beautiful graphics. And sometimes I'm like, man, that's a giant billboard there, huh?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, you can pay for a sponsorship spot. They've been doing some fish food for the Ben and Jerry's. That's a pretty cool little image there.
So next year, USA Darts live stream will actually be on this.
Get out of here.
That would be terrible. Terrible.
I'll take the sports book.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too, every day. Dart eases there. Getting a couple of points on the board there. Just playing some defense. Oh, the auto change. It looks like it didn't quite register there. You're not ready for this, Will.
Good shot there.
Yeah, let's see what they can find. Find some 19s. How about another one of those? That's a good stay. I like that.
Great first. Will he take a shot? He's not going to even take a look. Instead, he's going to fill it up for a 9. His partner called for him to go downstairs. He said, no, sir. No, sir.
No, sir. Well, and that's the other thing, too. If you're throwing with some good arm feel and you said, you know what, these two felt easy, I think I can get another one of those. I'm not a big believer in a trip there could have been a trip anywhere else. If you're feeling it, you're feeling it. And sometimes it's good to ride the wave. Especially in a battle of attrition, which is what round robins are, right? I mean, it truly is attrition because you know you have to play everything regardless of situation and circumstance and how things are going one way or the other. This is going to be the level 1A that we're, or sorry, 1B that we're looking at here. We were just looking at level 1A.
That's mainly where we're hopping in between on here. Ian, go ahead and shut her down. Yep, 2 19s. Now point or 17s. Maybe stay at the bottom of the board for the 17s. That's what he was thinking. Let me get some Olays back there.
I was hearing that. Oh, good find there. Needs another one of those. Just barely going high on that dart. A good dart there overall, though. Getting that close on the board makes it so that way he can't get steamrolled as easily. Mike will have to try to now attack this close. He is going to attack. One more. And gets close on 3. So just pushing the game along now down to the 16-15s. Bounty Hunters just trying to stay in the mix on this one. They want this to go to 2-2 and have a chance in the last leg decider to get the dub here 3-2. Vice versa, if you're Mile High Town, you just want to get this leg here and get the guaranteed 3 legs at minimum.
Yep. And a reminder how this will work. This goes into another round robin bracket. So tomorrow, level 1 will have another, and most of the other levels will have another round robin bracket to go through.
Yep.
And then they will have their finals. They will have their finals the next day on Wednesday morning. For Masters, they're playing their round robin right now, and they go into the regular bracket, the final bracket tomorrow.
Yeah, the final stage.
Tomorrow morning, 8 teams will be placed into the Masters team cricket bracket, and we'll play those out on stream tomorrow.
I'm just kind of impressed that you were able to complete that thought while
Really?
getting nailed at throwing a paper towel at you or something.
Yeah, somebody's chucking stuff over the curtain at us, having some fun with us.
That's the annoying thing is when people throw stuff at us, it's a dart hole. They're actually pretty good at throwing stuff sometimes.
Somewhat decent.
Kristen, we are enjoying Las Vegas, but Shake Shack's over. I'm just kidding. We're not getting back into it. We're not getting back into the burger talk. No, we have been having a good time here, and so we appreciate the kind words. Always enjoy ourselves. We will say, from our perspectives, especially you will, Las Vegas feels different when you come out here for a work a bunch, but we still find our moments to enjoy those little moments with everything.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I absolutely hate Las Vegas after 5 days. Get me home.
I agree.
No, that's just the nature of the beast.
Well, and you got the family at home and everything, too.
Yeah,
and so it doesn't even really matter the locale. After a couple of days, you can feel that way, and I understandably so. I miss my cat, Fred.
Oh,
the
my
dart
gosh.
cat.
The cat. The cat.
He's just a little guy.
Okay, he's got the 16s. They have the 18s. He needs the point here before taking a look. He can do so early, but
Yeah, see, I don't like.
maybe one more and then take the last chance stab.
Yeah, with the fact that they have the X on the 16s, meaning that one single can close it, it's such a risk to move off it, especially because that close did not happen. And then absolutely punished by Mile High Ton there, getting the 15s, getting the 16s, and getting some points on the board. Now going into the Bulls with big advantage. Need to try to grab a couple Bulls here. You can see, did do the switch. If you close the 16s and 15s, all it really, or sorry, the 18s and the 15s, that does make it a 4-3 on the Bulls. But I feel like in this given scenario, you kind of have to send the Bulls for a couple before you take that swing. You want to play a little bit more conservative. You have to remember you have to set up for your team as well.
Just needs the bull now for Mile High Ton for the 3-1 lead. Wow.
Grabs another bull in there. 2 bulls on there.
This should be done and dusted here, though.
Yeah, just about. Mile High Ton about to get this one done. 2-2, or sorry, 3-2, 3-1. Wow!
Ooh.
Hi everybody.
Swing and a miss.
And a miss. And a miss. And a miss.
Just taking a gander here at this board.
Yeah, gandering away at another match. I believe this is going to be that second leg here. Once again, Valley Cats up 1-0 in this one. See, Donnie Carpenter, he has always had that throw where he kind of pulls it back, Dart pointing almost to the ceiling a little bit as he holds on his island there before finally pushing it out and through. And Valley Cat's going for some 16s. Gets a big trip on the last there, so Chris is going to have to go over to the 15s, try to regain that lead first. I wouldn't consider moving off the 15s until at least a 4 mark was hit. Well, actually, they only need a single 16, so once you get the point lead, you can take that shot. Take it there. But that's the risk, and now they could potentially be going into the bullseyes. Randy, I would agree with that comment if I'm not always tongue-tied a little bit. I'm just kind of like this.
We commentate so often these days. It's just, it's nuts.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. But no, I do appreciate that. Because they ran out of fruit snacks. That's why I'm going to blame today.
That's totally it.
Donnie needs 4 bowls. Have to work in from there. Oh, double. One more of those. Doesn't get it, so now it's going to be 3-2 on the Bulls. Valley Cats, what do you got in store for us? We've seen highs and lows from this team so far.
Yeah, we have.
So Chris knows this will be a moment. 2 bowls. Getting it there, so Skybox getting a leg on the board, 1-1.
We'll go back over to go ahead and just finish this one up. Why not?
Yeah, they're in a tiebreaker. The other one's earlier in the match, so absolutely agree. Kim, how's it going, lovely? Great to see you in the chat hanging out with us.
And you said tiebreaker. It's 3-1. So
I'm last leg.
the last leg.
That you,
yeah.
guys,
I know what you meant.
Let's be honest. It's all this
Just
hair
to
dye.
clear it up for you guys.
The hair dye starts sinking into the skull here, and it's a whole mess.
Are the international teams still playing, or have they gone home? The international players are probably still here. in the mix. Some may have elected to go home after certain events, but
I
just
think
like others.
A lot of the Team Spain, I think some of them were out here just for the first half.
Okay. And that could be the
there's still
case.
some of them out here playing today too, though.
Okay. And some of them, they have taken events off as well to go ahead and enjoy Vegas a little bit. This is kind of a vacation for them or a holiday.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Bounty Hunter's coming up to a very favorable board state. You kind of want to just attack this, go for a bunch of closes here. He's going up top to start. I think contesting the 19s with the X might have been a better play there. I don't know if I agree with that shot. Because you're basically letting a free swing at it. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Point lead was not regained though, so I guess it didn't matter too much. Depends on how this turn goes for Bounty Hunters. Oh, look at that. Trip 20 in the first. Looking down, or looking up again. You can see Dirt Jesus in the background saying, go down. But stays up there on the 20s, playing a little bit more conservative style of play right now. Conservative play is fine and all, but sometimes you do got to take that risk every now and again. So you sometimes will find yourself taking that risk later on than you would have anticipated in a worse state. Let's see how Ian approaches this. He gets a couple of trips, he's going to want to close that 20. But that won't happen on this turn. If it does, it will happen while at a disadvantage. Going and attacking the 19s here. Trying to get them closed and done and dusted. Oh, and that dart definitely got away from him a little bit.
Just a hair. Just a hair as he's kicking his darts back. Mile high ton. Going for these 19s, trying to regain.
Now Bounty Hunters approaching the sports state again. Kind of getting back and forth in this battle where I really feel like they could have probably already had this one moved along here, but that first start really helps this campaign. And that's a big close on the last start there. Look at that from Seagraves. Look at that beautiful start there. Putting the pressure now on Mile High Ton. Gonna have to take advantage of that dart. And getting a big trip on the last.
Well, where are you going to go here? 17s or stick on them 20s? Take a shot at the 18s? I would be tempted to open a wedge there.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
The only reason for that one is because, well, you've got one single mark needed to go ahead and close the door.
You notice that there's certain teams and players that really kind of have this aversion to having multiple numbers up or going from multiple houses. They like to just go one at a time. I'll be honest, I'm a big fan of opening up extra houses and trying to make people overthink or psych themselves out. I think it plays a benefit to the mental factor and to the real estate factor as well.
Well, you just want to guarantee you're going to come back, at least have something to immediately work off of.
Absolutely.
And then you can take a shot at the close or whatnot. And if you have to waste a dart at opening something, it's just not as beneficial. So,
yeah. And there's always the time of knowing when and where to do those shots.
Yes.
Because I will say there's definitely times where it's incorrect to start opening up other numbers because there's it makes it complicated. There's some complicated dichotomies here. Yeah, with all the events out here, I can see a comment talking about how grueling it must be to play every event. You'll notice that some of the veteran players that come to NDA, they'll choose a couple of events, but they might not do every event, or maybe they'll only do one a day, because they can enjoy Las Vegas, but B, so they can be fresh for every event. And one of the German players came up to me, Alabas, today, and he said, yesterday, nothing, only sleep. And I said, not even a drink? He said, no drink at all. And I said, what about today? He said, drink. So. And don't worry about us, Steve. We can hang with the best of them. Not in darts, just in commentary. And not really that either. But, hey, we're here, aren't we?
We're trying. We're sure trying. And if you don't like it, deal with it.
Hey, getting another good close there for the Bounty Hunters. Hunting a win here. Just needs to grab the 16s and 15s here, and you can see Ricky going to go ahead and grab the 16s on his approach. Can he get another one stacked on top of that dart? Not quite, but does get a 4 mark in. Kim Skybox is on the board next door, so we've been hopping back and forth here. They did specifically say we don't want to be streamed, which is not why we're not streaming them. For the record, we are still forcing them to be a part of the fun.
They're a couple legs behind. So what we initially thought would happen is that we'd finish up here and then move on over and still have some things to follow here.
Exactly. Proving that I'm not Florida biased.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, you have no control. It's me. Sorry, Florida boys.
Yeah, that's a secret. They've been muting my microphone and screaming at Will. Why aren't you streaming my friends?
Ironically, last night, Kenny Doyle didn't have a single match.
That wasn't on
a streaming board, which is really weird.
That,
yeah, we just noticed it and we were like, huh. It's just that he ended up at the top of the bracket, and every time a match is available, boom.
And
into the queue.
Every time he's on the stream, the female audience numbers go through the roof.
It's because Santa.
Yeah. Ladies love Santa.
For the comeback win here, Mile High Ton needs to
find a lot.
Yeah, they need to find some bulls here.
There's the first bull there for Dart Jesus. And the second, praying for the third. And it has been answered. Finding the hat trick. 3-2 win, though, for Mile High Ton. But Bounty Hunters does grab a leg on the board, which is ever so important in a round-robin format like this for how things shape up. And their round-robin pod for their section will be complete as we're going to be looking over now to see, well, it looks like some more Skybox. Here we go.
Yeah, but we'll get a score line just to make sure we're good to go here. But 2-0 maybe. No, 1-1, sorry.
Sorry, it was 1-1. There's round 10, so this is definitely the same leg. So this is leg 3. So looking like it. We're going to get confirmation, of course. Don't want to ever assume, but the Valley Cat's here. Let's see what they have in store for us. This is definitely close-knit affair here. Expect the 15 to go. It does. Back up to the 18 to try to add some bulls. Doesn't do so. So Tim Hahn stepping up here. Let's see what Timmy's got for us. Now, Tim Hahn has always had to kind of stance and throw, but I will say he's throwing a little faster than normal on his drawback. He normally is a little bit slower, so I wonder if he's where he's doing that, or if maybe he's just trying to help loosen up the arm by doing so. And then it looks like him and Daryl Ritchie are playing together in this leg. So 4 bulls will be needed to get a 2-1 lead here. Oh, Daryl well off the margins there. Daryl prides himself on actually taking darts seriously and trying to play pretty well, especially during his Skybox days, and can actually play some really, I would say out of this team, he has one of the higher ceilings when he is finding it, but sometimes Sparky struggles to find the spark, and sometimes he's just the plug.
This just in. Nick's wrong again.
I love being wrong. What am I wrong about now?
It's 2-1 Skybox.
Oh, look at that. Well, Will's wrong. It's actually 2-2. Everybody.
We get ready for our final leg here in this one.
Yeah, the slow down Valley Cats, and one more time Skybox in this round robin, as we're now hitting the tail end of our round robin coverage here in the morning.
Yeah, and a reminder, how the round robin goes is they assign boards to each level section. So what will happen is there will not be any matches called over here after these. So we will have a break afterwards. And, it's approaching 2 o'clock. The next event is scheduled at 5. So I'm assuming that 4 o'clock the hall will start to trickle in with people again. And we'll get back underway with matches later on this evening. Singles cricket tonight. Should be good.
Yeah, I do love seeing the singles because it's just a different pacing as well. So it's nice to break up from the four-man. It's actually quite drastically different than watching a four-man compared to a one-on-one endeavor. Looks like they're just making sure everything's all good on the stats and averages here. And they're having a little bit of a laugh, it seems. It looks like. Potentially.
Maybe I'm Run Burgundy. Okay, that was... Brother, we got to work on this.
Well, you know what? Listen, have we ever heard of, giving me, some ribbons or some gold stars or something?
I'm just here to tell you, Nick, it's not very good. Not very good at all, okay? Very bad.
I've been working my Trump impersonation. You want to hear it real quick?
No.
All right, you ready? Hey, it's me. I'm Trump. Practicing that one nonstop. Workshopping that one.
Help us, please. All righty. We diddling up for this last leg decider. That was absolutely terrible, Nick. You sounded like some old Italian guy. Hey, Fonzie mixed with Fonzie.
I promise you, Chad, I am stone cold sober.
Both impersonations. Steve, I don't think you understand. If you were here right now, buddy, you would not tell the difference.
What is being in person?
He said both impressions.
So what? Do we? Your hand gestures really seal the deal here?
The hand gestures and the mouth moves.
Oh, my God.
That was brutal, though. That was brutal. All right, let's get back underway here.
Yeah, trying to fill the air during that little break. This is what happens, guys, when you're taking a little too long to set up. We start getting carried away. We start doing impressions. It goes downhill fast. But back to the darting action. Valley Cats and Skybox. Valley Cats had a 5-0 loss. Yep. So they really need this leg here. Skybox, I know, has had a varying performance so far. Not particularly happy with their game so far. Daryl Ritchie to start off with the 6 mark, though, for that one.
Mike Scarborough says, looks like a good talent for a handicap event. Great turnout in all, let's be honest. But let's be honest, Mike, where's your shirt? Where's your shirt? This weekend, where you just seem to have – that's a big celebration thing for you, or no?
Listen, out of all the celebrations, one of my least favorites. No, I'm just kidding.
That was pretty good, actually.
It was good.
I will say that.
It was very good. So Donnie here. Going to get things going in this one.
And just go ahead and tack here. 1, 2, 3, and go up with the last dart or stay down. He's going to try to stay down, and that one didn't pay off in his favor.
Yeah, definitely off where I would typically expect him to be. Not hitting as well as normal, and normally his confidence would persevere there. He would hit that dart and not really think about it too much. Scarborough. What do you like to know? I'm here so I don't get fined.
Steve, that's definitely not. That's a definite no, brother. We're pretty much good to go. We try to keep it pretty professional, although we do get loopy every once in a while. That's just our main. That's just us. Let's just be honest.
And to kind of peek behind the curtain, too, we also know, like with round robin, it's more about bringing the coverage and insights of the players, but also having a little bit more fun with it as well, knowing that we're watching varying levels. And when it gets to like late positional brackets and we're not in a group stage like this, it definitely tightens up a little bit as well.
Just imagine if we had Sean here. He'd just nonstop talk about someone's one hand.
That's true, even though that person isn't here.
Right. No, that's the reality. Is we try to be fairly professional, but at times we get a little little funny. But I think we've learned that people have learned to enjoy what we can offer. That touch of seriousness with a touch of fun. Just something different. Keep you entertained.
Exactly. Chad's bringing up all different references from different things we've worked on there. I love it. I love it, guys. So now, Daryl, how do you approach this one here? They do have that backdoor mark on the 16 as well. That can lead to some interesting situations later on. I do agree with starting at that 20 there. I really think you probably could have stayed on until you hit a trip. Just, again, trying to defend your territory on here. So Donnie, needs it. Yeah, he got the 4 mark on there, so not a bad round at all. Wanted to get a little bit more with it. I wouldn't be opposed to them doing some switch-up shots here if given the opportunity. Finding the trip 18.
Starting to make calls out for who's going to be in the mix for tomorrow.
Yeah, you love to see it. And that's always a big moment for a lot of these teams, the big celebration, hearing your name called, knowing that you made it, or the big celebration knowing that you don't have to play any more darts that morning and you can go do something else. Sometimes you see that too. Oh, big opening here now. Valley Cats will want to pounce on this. Trying to find some points first. It has to stay now. Yeah, just going to go ahead and get a 2 mark on it. Timmy Hahn here. The 18s, they haven't been hitting them particularly well for the Valley Cats. I wouldn't be opposed to grabbing another number in a scenario like this. Especially with that mark on the 16 there, you can kind of take advantage of it maybe. Sometimes just a little change up, a little confidence builder. Kind of get tunnel vision going on the same number sometimes.
We got for us here. Skybox going at the 20s. Will he take a look or no? He will, and he'll collect. 16s for good measure.
I think back up to the 20s there.
20s, yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a big shot there for Daryl. It would have missed. 17 seem to get closed. And Valley Cats do get it closed. Now, Donnie here going to want to attack. He's going to start downstairs. See, I would bail out after that first start. But there he says, and there he finds.
Going for these 16s, finds it. And finds it again.
Big hit there. Chris can get the point lead in one dart here and kind of attack with the slash on it, but I really would prefer, given that this is the last leg and it's 2-2, to probably stay upstairs until you hit a trip. Now you can go down. And that's a big find there for the one more time skybox.
Kicking back over the skybox here. A little soon on that one, but
Yeah, Timmy don't waste no time.
Timmy and Time don't get along, huh?
No. It's not Timmy time. And no found there. Nothing found there. Wow. Oh, my goodness.
It's getting bad, isn't it?
It's getting real bad. Hi, guys. Professional commentator here. Not being able to commentate.
Let's go ahead and close out the 15s. Get rid of them. Points for good measure.
Yeah, it can really help set in stone here
Yep.
that this is where this is going here. The Valley Cats, that might be some of their last darts in this one.
How about this for level 1B?
As Donnie does get it done here.
Good job, Donnie. Wow. Okay, so this is interesting stuff. We don't. I was just checking. We don't know how many exact teams are going to go through. Correct? Is it 3?
I do believe they announced that Mile High Ton moved on, and the Bounty Hunters also moved on as well. So I believe it is going to be top
4 teams.
4.
So last minute on level 1B won the group. Mile High Ton finished second in the group. City Men finished third, and then Bounty Hunters beating Black Saddle by one leg.
One leg is sometimes the difference maker here. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, my, Nick. But that's going to do it for us, folks. Your conclusion here of our morning coverage is Skybox does best out Valley Cats. These will be available on CompuSport as far as the full ranking list. Now, everybody has been accounted for.
Yeah, this is the last
one. The half-baked team, Hammer Time, already done. So maybe we can wait for them to turn in their sheet, and then we'll have the breakdown of who's going to be there. So we'll keep this live for just a second. We'll see when that happens, and then we'll give you that information before we shut down the stream. But William Stewart, Nick Teixeira here. Thanks for joining us, folks. We appreciate you. We'll be right back with that information. All righty, score lines are in here. Hammer time, total of 9 points. Slow down Valley Cats, total of 6. Half Baked, total of 9. One more time for Skybox, had 12. And Cobra Kai had 12 as well. So I think everybody advances except for Slow Down Valley Cats, unfortunately. So there you have it, folks. Your round 1 coverage here of our round robin stages in the Masters Team Cricket event. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back later on this afternoon. We're scheduled for 8 p.m. We may come in at 9 instead just because of the bracket started at 8, and we want to give that first round they're only going to have a few first-round matchups before they jump into the next round 2, and that's how it will be. So we'll decide on that here soon, and then we'll look for the notification of when we're going to go live down the road. So thanks for joining us, folks. We appreciate it. William Stewart, Nick Teixeira, take care. Join us for our evening session later on.